kidding. I love when horrible things happen. That's why I play this game.
So, when last we left our heroes, what happened? Do we remember?
We entered
That was the beginning.
Gloom-Weald,
Yes.
and we traveled through the woods. We came upon a lovely little rest area that had a riddle hammered to a post, and we solved the 3 riddles. And then we found a little girl who we thought might be Felicity, but
Had
then
enormous eyes.
then said Felicity was her sister and asked us to read her a story, and she provided the story, which is, I think, where we went wrong. And we fell through the book into fairytale land, and we helped Zeggy Eggy get back on his wall. And then we helped the woodcutter die a peaceful death, seeing a golden goose.
Very peaceful.
And then we found Red Riding Hood inside of a wolf, and then we fought the witch, and so then we found Jack inside of her house, and not inside the cauldron of soup, and when Surrie pulled the blindfold off of him, he hit on her.
Yep. So, let's pick up right there. You're much prettier than that witch.
You must be Jack?
Ah, my reputation precedes me, I see.
It does.
I must admit, I'm usually more accustomed to being the one saving the damsel, not being the one in distress, but not that I mind in this particular instance.
Is he still tied up?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no? Oh, okay. Well, he's untied.
I would have untied him.
What's it look like?
He has
Fuckable.
really long blonde hair tied back in a ponytail, and he's wearing this sort of green tunic with a mottled brown vest over it, and these sort of like pants, you know, the ones that they kind of come down to like right here. They got the seams running, you know the ones.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just sort of like boyish, but
Horny?
yeah.
Is he very handsome?
Yeah, I mean you could say, yeah, you know, depending on what your tastes are.
Sure.
But yeah, he just looks like you're. He's got like protagonist syndrome written all over his face.
Sure.
Any facial hair to speak of?
No.
Not really. That was for Robin. That was for Robin.
Still, apparently you can still be handsome without a beard, but...
Oh, and I've seen you brought friends. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the witch's hut, I guess.
What brings you to the witch's hut?
Well, the witch tied me up, threw me in here, planned on eating me, I think, but luckily you all came to my rescue.
It's a good thing she prefers a higher heat, taking a while to make that simmer. Otherwise, you'd be long gone before the time you got here.
I knew I wasn't in any real danger. Nothing can stop Jack of the Tales, you know. I've got lots more tales to tell before my time comes about. I think I'll be adding this one to the catalogue as well. Make you all starring players in it.
We'd be ever so grateful for the opportunity. Now, we are actually looking to get out of here. Sort of happened upon this place by accident, and we were told that you would have the means to escaping.
Oh, I've got the means. And by that, I mean I've got the beans.
I must admit, I did set you up for that one.
You did.
Well, I've got the... And he pulls, ruffling a little in his back pocket, pulling out a small green bean in the same...
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, a green bean.
How tight's his back pocket?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, that's just for Ian. I doesn't give a shit.
See how caked up Jack is. Do it.
Ian wants to know. Ian's perception is probably nothing. 15.
Like plastic across mozzarella.
I don't know if that's
draws an image.
Yeah, you
don't
better
know if
not
that's
bend
good.
over, damn.
You know, like the ball mozzarella.
Okay, alright.
Maddie knows.
Oh, I knew what you meant. I was just like, that was certainly a choice.
Did that really not tickle anyone else?
Sorry, I'm not quite Italian.
You are by marriage.
Sorry,
Well,
speak Italian.
Well, anyway, I've got this one here with me, and I parcelled out the remainder of them to some friends. Though if you've come this far, I wager you've collected as many so much.
We have.
You'd wager correctly.
Well then, you've got all you need to. Here, take this, along with my thanks.
You catch that.
Great. I'd catch it, I guess, or attempt to.
I hope somebody does.
Oh boy.
Here, for your troubles.
Mummy Lord.
We're just looking at it.
Well, I sure will attempt to.
Yeah, you can catch it.
Great.
Am I going completely insane? Or only mostly? Or were we told that if we use those to escape, there's something at the top waiting for us?
Aye, well, whatever he left, I would suppose.
Who?
Well, what will be waiting at the top is whatever you left behind.
Oh,
That's the escape route.
no, I think I might be getting myself confused. I thought there was something else we needed to do before we reached the top.
Apparently no, just
don't
4
think
beans,
so.
go from there.
Hmm.
Is there anything you need, Jack, I guess, before we make our departure from this place?
Me? No. I like to find my own way through life. It makes things more exciting and more noteworthy.
Yeah, I bet it does. So that's great. Nice to meet you. Thanks for the beans so much. I'll sort of just wear my hat. We're gonna go ahead and be on our way. Yes, friends.
Right. Just point of order. What do we do with these beans to make them work?
What do you mean? You've never used magic beans before?
No.
Plebs. Come on, follow me.
All right.
Okay.
Jack.
Follow.
Sure.
We've planted beans. I figured it'd be the same.
So
And then
yeah,
wait for
he
them to grow?
heads back outside the cabin, leading you into sort of the circle outside where the witch's cauldron still bubbles.
That's where the magic comes in. No, not that.
Where the magic cauldron is still bubbling, and as you make your way back out into the forest here, you see that the friends you've made along the way have all gathered around in this sort of clearing here.
Oh, that's nice.
Aw.
Even the dead guy?
Nope.
Yeah, they brought him. They dug him up, brought him.
Yeah, they're weekend of Bernazing him.
Yeah.
I mean, we can bury him.
No, but Zeggy Eggy and Red Riding Hood and Grandma are all have come and gathered, and as you make your way back out, Zeggy Eggy is like, "Oh, Jack, I'm so happy that you're safe." And Red Riding Hood goes, "Not dead yet, huh? Well, that's all right for now, I suppose."
She's like, to-do list.
I've killed before. I'll kill again.
"You sure you're so set on leaving so soon?" Jack says, turning back to you all.
Yes, we don't exactly know how long we've been gone from where we were. We have some important business to be attending to. But thank you for the invitation.
Ah, some stories to write of your own, I see. Well then, alright. I'll see you on your way. I'll take that bean back for a mo, if you please. Thank you. And he walks over and takes a little scoop of dirt out of the ground and plops the bean down into the earth and lays the dirt back over it. Right? Just stand here.
Do we have to put the other beans in there?
Oh no, those are for you.
All right then.
You earned them, didn't you?
Sure. Yeah, sounds great. What did they do?
Well, I think I'll just leave that for you to discover. Much more exciting that way.
All right, well, let's go stand on the ground above the bean. Yeah? Perfect.
Okay.
It's a normal sentence.
I stand on the ground
Yeah.
above the bean.
Alright then, now, very important. Elbows in, legs locked, take a deep breath, and try not to fall, because you'll almost certainly plummet to your death. All clear?
Sounds good.
Someone else
Crystal.
might.
Well, take care, my friends. Thanks for my life. Good luck writing your own adventures. Ta-ta! And you hear a rumbling from beneath the ground, as if almost instantaneously an enormous leaf bursts from the earth beneath your feet, and all in an instant you are rocketed up into the sky as an enormous beanstalk shoots its way out of the earth, rocketing towards the sky. And as it climbs up and up hundreds of feet in mere seconds, you all feel like the compression of gravity pressing down on you. And again, you begin to see the swirl of colors around you that you experienced when you were first drawn into the book. And then just a moment of weightlessness before you all tumble ass over elbow onto the soft forest ground of the gloom weald around you once again.
You know, I don't have that many inches to spare. So can someone tell me if that made me shorter when I stand
It did.
up? Oh well. Where are we?
Back in the gloom weald on that sort of long path with the rows of trees to either side of you, where you remember leaving just before.
Is the girl still here?
In fact, she is, yes. And she just seems to be finishing up, seeming to be turning the last page of the storybook that you were all slorped into.
Did you enjoy the story there?
Oh, yes, very, very much. You all were excellent chief characters. I thank you. In fact, why don't you keep this?
It's not going to do that to me again, is it?
I don't know.
All right, I'm going to close it. And thank you very much. I didn't get your name.
Oh, I didn't throw it.
I don't think she wants it to keep.
And you actually see across the front cover of the book, you see an image of all of you in this really beautiful sort of watercolor illustration, tumbling through the sky, about to land in an enchanted forest beneath you.
Someone's going to draw that now.
Oh, that's so cute.
Thank you. This is very interesting.
No. Thank you for the story. Well, I hope you end up finding my sister. She's gotten herself into a bit of trouble. And I know you're here to help her. And I think you will.
Do you have any idea where we might find her?
Well, just keep on going the way you've been. And you should run into her before too long.
Is there anything we should know before we meet her?
She's got herself in with a bad sort. She means well, my sister, but she's just too trusting. That's what got her to go and seek out the humans in the first place.
What do you mean with a bad sort?
I can't say more than that.
Understood.
Do you know what happened to her with the humans? Or did she just come back and...
She wanted to help them. She saw the way they loved nature just the same way she does. They grew all her favorite plants there in the village, and she wanted to help them be even better at it, but they didn't take too kindly to her.
We heard as much.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you all.
Thank you for the fanciful diversion.
I sure hope you all don't get eaten.
You as well.
Thank you.
I'm guessing that's likely?
Well, as likely as anything, I suppose.
Yeah, right.
And with that, she sort of like gets up and sort of dusts off her little like leafy dress and like starts skipping away through the forest.
You know, you do get used to life where it's a distinct possibility that you'll be eaten on any given day.
Dealt with a lot of things. Being eaten, though, is not a terribly common one. Though in the past couple of weeks, I suppose it's been more frequent than not.
Mm-hmm. Shall we?
Yes, further down this, lane of trees, I suppose.
Yeah, so you do so. And in fact, the way forward seems clearly illuminated to you. As you look back one direction, presumably the one from which you came, the darkness is again closed in around the passageway. But forward, you can see a little bit of faint shimmering light. And heading towards it, the trees begin to fall away and you emerge in this perfectly circular sort of clearing. You figure this must be like dead center of the Gloomweald, and you can see the sky open above you. But the landscape before you is a little chilling. Gravestones run in sort of a circular direction, moving slowly inward towards the center of the glen. And at the center is what looks like a raised earthen mound with an enormous stone door set into the side of it. And on top, growing up out of it, is a tree that has this color that looks like flesh. It's this sort of like pale pinkish color with no leaves on it or anything, just growing up out of the top of the mound. What would you like to do?
What the fuck?
Well,
Can I read the gravestones?
Yeah, sure. What languages does everyone speak?
Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
Common, infernal, draconic.
Irrelevant, I promise.
Okay.
Common, infernal, abyssal, deep speech, primordial.
So, Seren, you can. You go to look at the script upon the gravestones, and you recognize it to be Elvish, but it's like trying to read old English, insofar that almost you can't make out what it's saying.
Okay. Does it look like these were important? Like, do they look decorated, or does it look like this was just kind of where everybody got buried?
They seem to get more decorated the closer to the center it gets.
There's no leaves on this tree. It's just like a big leafless pink fleshy blob. Just like me?
Yep.
Huh.
I thought you were purple.
Me in real life.
Oh.
You're not very pinkish.
Is there anything like written above the door?
The big stone one set into the hill. Yeah, as you approach it, yes, there is.
Maybe don't get all the way close there.
I'm just... You're right.
Just watch your footing is all.
You're right. Thank you.
So yeah, carefully making your way towards the main door. And there's also in front of the main door, on a sort of stone pedestal that rises up right in front of the main stone door, it seems to be some sort of statue of an imp or gargoyle or some sort of like winged little creature, kind of like till claws up, his face contorted into what would be seem to be a roar. Just a statue standing in front of the tomb, as it were.
Pardon me. Would it be alright if I just read the sign quickly?
You get no response.
Kind of sidestep it, and I'm still keeping a little bit of my distance, but I do want to see if I can make out what it says.
Okay. Yeah. So again, like I said, it's really hard. It's so far removed from what you know recognizably as Elvish. You really can only put together. It's like you're getting sort of the Google Translate version of it a little bit, and yeah, what you can put together is sort of like, here is dead Melanquin, king in this place. And actually, Alcyone, give me a performance check at advantage.
I will say that out loud as much as I can, like as I'm reading. Well, Bard.
Yeah, nat 20.
Okay, great. So, Seren is sort of reading out the sort of really rough translation of what this elven script across the top of the tomb reads. And as she is, it sort of like plucks at something in your mind, and you start to recognize what you can only guess to be sort of an archaic, like, limericky kind of, what do you call that? Like
Parable?
yeah, like the rhythm to it. You know what I mean?
The
Meter.
meter.
Yeah. You sort of can start to put together a little bit of a meter. And so the two of you working together, Seren translating and you just kind of putting together what you know of rhyme and meter, you both arrive at what you can pretty safely assume is meant to be the sort of intended read of this. And it goes as follows. Here lies Melanquin, king of all the plains. None shall disturb him here where he remains. For the doors shall ever be shut to this hallowed tomb, unless perchance in black of night the time is not midnight but noon.
So I got, here lies Melanquin, king of all the plains. None shall disturb him where he remains.
Here where he remains. For the doors shall remain shut to this hallowed tomb, unless perchance in black of night the time is not midnight but noon.
What time is it right now?
It's probably getting on evening now. I'd wager, yeah. So like maybe the sun is below the tips of the trees that surround you now, and so we're in sunset kind of territory.
It's the first place in the forest we've seen like outside light. The sun.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, we could wait until midnight and then maybe create some light, or we could wait until noon tomorrow and make some darkness. That's my best guess.
Well, the middle of the night's gonna come sooner than noon, so might as well try for that first, I think.
The little one will be alright out there. And the horses.
What's that?
I just hope the horses will be alright out there.
I do as well. I also, if we are going to wait here, and I think we probably should, we should at least keep our eyes out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Also, any hit points or hit dice you spent
I was
in the book
just gonna ask that.
are recovered.
Oh, great.
Oh, cool.
Sorry, I meant to mention that at the top.
Oh, that's okay.
But yeah, you didn't spend anything from the book time.
Spell slots?
Key
Yeah,
points?
everything comes back. Key
Oh.
points, spell slots,
Yeah.
everything comes back.
Nice.
Everything, yeah, it's as if it didn't happen.
Thanks,
Reset
guys.
you
Thanks.
sluts. Love that, love that, love that.
So I would love to not have to use a 6th level slot on this door, but I do not have daylight prepared.
I have dancing lights. We could try that first and then see.
I've got silent image.
Oh yeah, I've got minor illusion too. That's how we.
We can certainly try. I'm just thinking like there is a distinction of daylight
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
some spells, so
But if you don't have to burn.
Yeah. but we'd also have to
You
wait
don't
until
have
it's
it anyway.
nighttime.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wait anyway.
I do have sunbeam.
If I didn't
Well,
use,
Amen.
if I didn't use that tireless feat in the book, then what I'm gonna do now is use it again and give myself some temporary hit point.
Should we sort of find a defensible position here in this graveyard and post up, or?
Right in the center. They have to go all the way up.
Perfect, yeah.
We can make tower defense.
I suppose.
So
It feels kind of wrong to just
Camp out on
Camp in
someone's grave.
graveyard.
That's what I mean, towards the edge is probably the best idea.
Yeah.
Where we came in, and can't really read any of these anyway, so wouldn't learn much.
Right.
as we pick a spot, then I guess can I get a closer look at this tree and I see if I can figure out what it's made of?
Yeah, so you'd have to kind of climb up the hill, little mound, because it's coming right out of the top of it.
I'll stay with her if you do that.
I will do so respectfully, making really sure not to step on anybody as I go.
So yeah, you sort of clamber up the little burial mound here to the top. And as you draw closer, the tree, it's definitely still wood, but it's just color is unlike anything you've ever seen before.
I don't know what I was expecting. Does this look well to you?
It's got no leaves, and it's a rather upsetting color. But there are strange places around the world, and what passes for well in some could easily be normal in others. I don't know.
You know much about, well, basically everything.
I must admit, nature itself is not somewhere where my expertise lies, but I've read a great many things, so I don't know.
What do you know about the world tree?
The world tree. Do I know anything about the world tree?
History or religion?
If such a tree there is. 15.
It's featured in one incarnation or another in a lot of different religions that you've come across. It's supposedly a tree whose roots and branches extend to all planes of existence, and a method and means by which you can travel the planes. Some people think it really exists. Others is just sort of take it to be a religious sort of device. You can't say sure for sure either way.
I know about as much as anyone does. Why?
Just wondering.
I mean, there's lots of trees and stories, and this looks to do rather the opposite of what most people think the world tree might. If it does anything at all, and isn't just sort of like this.
What is the actual texture of the tree?
It's sort of like It's like it looks pretty smooth and dappled, kind of like sycamore trees, you know?
Mhm.
That, you know, the roots kind of have that really smooth texture as they run into the ground, and then the branches sort of like get a little more gnarled and mangled as they reach into the sky.
I'm deliberately not making a nature check as a druid here because Kashek has seen about 2 trees in his entire life.
Sure, that's fair.
He's holding one of the 2 trees he's seen in his entire life.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No. Just wondering if it needs help.
I don't wonder if there's anything wrong here. And again, I don't necessarily know if there is. This might just be what's intended, but either helping this place or helping Felicity, it would strike me that those things are related. If both things are doable. You can go join everyone else and
Yeah, I'll fall back.
hunker down at the edge, perimeter.
Great. Yeah, you do so. So just waiting for nightfall?
I guess so.
Fire. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes up. And as the sun begins to set, all around you, in between the trees, where, you know, looking at sort of the circle of trees to the outside of this clearing, it's that same sort of like inky blackness in between the trunks. But as the sun begins to set, you begin to see what look like kind of like fireflies flitting between the spaces between the trees, and it almost like as night falls, it's almost a dazzling array of lights all around you between the trunks of the trees.
Do any of them look like the reflex of something's eyes glowing?
No.
Okay.
I know this place is a little on the spooky side, but it's very beautiful, certainly.
I don't think the two are mutually exclusive.
Not wrong.
So the sun does set, and you are left. Still, the clearing still like eerily illuminated by the flashing lights between the trees. It gives everything this sort of greenish glow, a kind of green bluish glow to the whole place. Very faint, dim light, mechanically speaking.
Sure. Well, once it's proper dark, do we want to give it a try?
Yeah.
I think something more. I don't want you to have to exhaust so many of your resources, but from what I've seen you do before, Master Kashek, that might be the way forward. But certainly wouldn't hurt to try lesser alternatives first.
I can do what is needed.
When it gets dark,
I will cast dancing lights, but I will do the thing where instead of 4, just make one like humanoid-sized one.
Yeah. So the sort of shed of light from the trees does not extend up to as you move closer and closer to the mound coming up out of the ground. It sort of falls away. And you are left in the darkness with just that sort of statue and the enormous stone slab set before you. So you send up your lights, and it casts a glow over the little area immediately at the base of the hill here, but nothing happens.
Sorry, Kashek, I think you might be up.
Do we not want to try my religion?
Those can't create light.
Yeah.
You can make the image of the sun, but
You mentioned it.
that's fair.
I can do that. Yeah. I will try that. Yeah, I'll cast silent image and make it look like the sun is high in the sky.
Yes, so you do. You send up sort of the flare of your silent image, and rays of sunlight come down on all of you, illuminating at least just the base of this hill here, across the door and the statue standing in front of it. But again, nothing happens.
I fly into the air and cast sunbeam on the door.
You do so. You again sending your beam of sunlight through the air, hitting the door.
And it does clarify that is daylight from the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But again, nothing happens.
Cool.
Well, you concentrate on that for a little bit, right? So
Sure.
maybe something will happen in the
Hoping
next.
something attacks us in the next 2 minutes.
There you go.
Okay. Let's
I mean, we're gonna rest soon, so it doesn't really matter.
What exactly is the rhyme again?
Here lies Melanquain, king of all the flames. None shall disturb him here where he remains. For the doors shall remain shut to this hollowed tomb, unless perchance in black of night the time is not midnight but noon.
In black of night, the time is not midnight but noon.
Maybe it's less to do with the sun and more to do with the time?
Maybe we've got to wait till noon, make it dark.
It's not exactly what I meant.
If it's not
It's
exactly
just the
midnight right now.
Opposite. Well, no. I'm not entirely sure what I do mean. Just less with light and more with time.
Right.
I don't know how
I
we can
fly back
manipulate
up.
time.
I look at the gravestones from above. What do I
Smart.
see?
That's a good thought, but it's just a sort of
Okay.
circular pattern moving towards the center. It's a good thought.
Brilliant thought.
Can I see the moon anywhere?
Yeah, sort of as the night continues to travel on, it's sort of moving up above the rim of the trees.
Can I tell what time it is?
Sure. Can you do that? Can you tell time by the sun like you can the moon?
Absolutely.
Yeah? Okay. Yes.
What time is it?
Let's see. Probably if you waited until it was dark, 8:30, 9 o'clock.
We could try again in a few hours when it's actually midnight.
With
Alright.
what?
Well, I figured we would have waited till midnight in the first place.
That's also kind of what I assumed we were doing.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yes, it's midnight.
Oh, okay. Well, we could always camp here and wait until noon tomorrow, if that's your thinking.
It's not, but it's a thought.
Apart from that, I'm honestly a bit stumped.
So let me set the scene for you guys again. Gravestones, circular pattern up towards the center of the hill, tree coming out of the hill, big stone slab, statue right in front of the big stone slab.
Well, it seems like God just gave us a really important clue, but I...
I was going to say, I do feel like there's something that we're don't quite have. The statue's clearly here for a reason. The arrangement of the gravestones can't be unrelated. It can't just be for the sake of aesthetics.
Can I look closer at the statue?
Yes, you may.
Thanks.
Give me an investigation check.
He's like, guys,
13.
You're no mason, but you, as you inspect it closer, perhaps it's still illuminated by some of the various methods of light that you guys have cast upon this place. You can kind of tell that the stone of the little imp gargoyle perched atop the pedestal is darker and more mineral-esque than the pedestal beneath it. It seems like they're two different stones.
can he be moved?
I don't know. You can try.
Can I go over with Surrie and start poking around and see if I can move him?
Yeah, the two of you examining the statue kind of jilted around a little bit, and it is sizable and very, very heavy. But it does have just a little bit of give.
Pardon me, sir, but I think we might need to move you. Can we pick it up?
Yeah, give me a athletics check.
I guess a dex save.
Athletics.
One of you can just do it at advantage, also, if that's easier.
I don't know about that. Yeah, 18.
Yeah. So yeah, the two of you working. You first just try to sort of like shove it off the pedestal, but it doesn't. It seems to just have like just a little bit and just a little bit back in the other direction. It doesn't seem to be able to come off. But as you lift it using all of your strength, it does eventually kind of come up, and it looks like there's sort of an inlet cut into the bottom of it. And as it comes up and you move it off the pedestal, there's this triangular shape coming up out of the smooth surface of the pedestal, and as you look down on it, it is undeniably a sundial.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Some light, perhaps? I don't think we need to go all the way to Sunbeam for that.
I take my dancing lights down if it's been less than a minute, and then I will cast them over the sundial instead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you do so. Directly overhead, it comes down and just traces the thinnest little shadow up to the top spot of the sundial, reading 12 o'clock or noon. And as your lights flicker there for a moment, you hear this sort of grumbling sound from the tomb behind you. Stone scraping against stone as the door, the big slab of the door, comes falling towards you, crashing on the ground in front of you, revealing a passageway behind.
Hey,
Good
I
thing
think
that
we
was
might
nice
have
and
found
quiet.
something.
Well, that worked.
All right. Carefully then, yes?
Mhm.
All right,
Should we? I feel bad just sort of like place him very gently next to his little sundial.
Okay, you do so.
Sorry.
I'm sure it'll forgive you.
Carefully make my way inside.
You do so. All of you heading down the passageway.
Yeah, follow close behind.
Inside,
Can
and
I bring my dancing lights?
sure you can, yeah.
Okay,
And it sort of illuminates the passageway. It immediately begins sloping down, and it's just kind of carved through the earth here. The walls and floor below you are dirt. In fact, like little bits of root kind of stick out of the wall and make their way back in at various points along the passageway. You head down maybe 50 feet of passageway. At first, moving down into the tunnel, you sort of get that like heat of being below the ground, especially at night, you know?
Yeah.
But as you continue on further and further, that heat from the earth starts to turn into a chill, an icy, cold chill. And as you make your way, finally, the passageway empties out into a sort of chamber beneath the earth, in the center of which is a huge stone sarcophagus, which looks, centuries old. But what else populates the room is seems a little newer. There are tables on top of which are all these peculiar instruments, which look, sort of like a child's science kit. You know what I mean? Beaker, like these glass vials that run in loop-de-loops connecting to each other. Little bits of flame crackle beneath a big, sort of glass vial with some strange liquid bubbling in it. There's alchemy ingredients spread all across the front of the table, mushrooms and berries and like what looks like dried animals, newts and bugs and things like that of all sorts strewn across the table. There's a shelf to one side littered with what look like ingredients for potions or alchemy of some kind. And all of this sort of like this big concoction of vials and tubes all sort of congregate into this twisting little tube that runs up into the air and moving down into sort of a drip faucet, in which this sort of bright neon green liquid is drip, drip, one after another, dripping into a small little tiny burbling stream that runs the length of the chamber and then seems to go down a little passageway, presumably feeding into the river that you followed here.
Ah,
These chickens were
somebody
up to something.
poisoned the watering hole. Well, that seems to explain a few things.
Before we go smashing, I do really want to perhaps see if we can have a conversation, just to see if anything's to be done.
I'd never just go smashing it, least of which because I'm not really sure what breathing that in would do to me.
Oh, that wasn't anyone in particular. That was just sort of thinking out loud.
I agree.
Where do we think she might be?
Are there any other passageways leading off this chamber?
No, it just seems to be this one.
Are there any like notes around, or is it just alchemy ingredients?
There's lots of pages everywhere, scattered papers and stuff across the tables and some on the shelves. It's kind of all over the place.
Without touching, I'd just like to peruse some, have a look at some of the papers.
Most of them seem to be some sort of notes, lists of combined ingredients, then scribbled out, followed by another maybe slightly changed list, that also scribbled out, et cetera, et cetera. It seems to be sort of notes refining whatever it is this person was working on. But give me a investigation check.
An investigation check.
Don't.
Is that what
A
came
little
out of
bit,
that?
a little
Yikes.
bit. It's not your
Yikes.
fault.
That's
Yikes.
okay.
Yikes.
Has the sarcophagus been disturbed?
It doesn't look like it.
That's a measly 9.
Yeah, you just kind of find various notes about various concoctions scattered about.
I want to use mold earth to seal the sarcophagus shut. We're gonna be tinkering with it. We'll finally break like the stream. We're just gonna hear.
Why do you think?
It looks centuries old, and it's that way that over time gravity just kind of pushed, it doesn't even seem like there's a seam on it at this point. It just kind of looks like one big. It's hundreds of years old,
Do we think there's a particular reason that we need to configure all this with Melon Lord overseeing it, or just...
What?
Why do you think here?
Well, from what her sister said, she was dealing with either beings or powers and such, and this might be a focal point of such things. Might be drawing from whoever this is, whether in communication with it or not.
Oh, it's hidden.
So this is an underground river.
Yeah, it seems to be sort of like the spring, at least if not the origin of the river, a spring that feeds into it.
In communication.
Perhaps. Or there was a lab here already, perhaps.
I go up to the sarcophagus and put my hand on it.
It's cold to the touch. A little bit of dust falls off of it as you place your hand upon it. There's moss kind of covering a significant portion of it, but otherwise it stays motionless.
Touch the moss part, it's softer.
I touched the moss part. Is it softer?
It is.
It's moss.
Yeah, you're right, the moss part was softer.
It's because it's moss.
Thank you. I'm gonna be honest, if something had started speaking to me when I put my hand on it, I would have been really freaked out.
Because it has or hasn't happened before.
Yes, it has happened before.
Well, there you go.
After a few moments, sort of exploring the laboratory here, you begin to hear what sound like soft, echoing footsteps coming down the passageway that you came from.
How dark is it in here?
It's actually fairly well lit. It's sort of lit by the lights of the little fires illuminating the equipment, and there's also some of those sort of just like floating, wandering lights moving through the air. Looking up at them, you can actually see the roots of presumably the tree on top, kind of poking out of the roof of this place. They have that same sort of fleshy color to them. Sorry to use the word flesh so much.
I don't mind the word flesh. I take my own dancing lights out.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anywhere in dim light that seems to be consistently in dim light down here.
I don't think so. It's just kind of all
Okay.
faintly illuminated, yeah.
Is there anywhere to hide?
I mean, there's the big sarcophagus.
No, I'm not gonna climb in there with him.
Or behind it.
Behind
The
it.
door was kind of open, so
No.
the
Close
jig
it.
might be a little bit... No, as in the one all the way back up there.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that'll probably do it.
What would you all like to do? They're coming.
What were you gonna say something?
Oh, just it might be best to sort of have a conversation first.
Strike a pose.
Yeah, we're all here.
Sure,
Let's
strike a
just
pose.
let it happen.
Alright, I'll just stand within view of the doorway. Not like right up in front of it, but just so when someone walks in, they'll see me.
Okay.
I will too.
Yeah, me too.
So, from the passageway behind that you all just came through, a figure emerges. You're all a little stunned at first by the visage that appears before you. Much like the child you met before, the first thing that your eyes are drawn to are her eyes, which are huge and look like a field of stars at night. Above them, her eyebrows sort of shoot out and end in these fine whiskers like the antenna of a butterfly or a moth. And she has long, sort of raven black hair coming out of her head and falling down the back of her. And she's in this long, sort of flowing dress that looks like it's sort of that pearl, opalescent moonlight color. And as she makes her way into the room, she has this sort of terrified look on her face. And she makes her way in and immediately catching sight of you all, she says, "You have to leave. You can't stay here. You have to go. Please, there's no time. Just go."
Who else is coming?
"He won't let you stay here. He'll make me do it. You have to leave."
Do what?
"You know what? He won't allow you to survive here. I don't know who you are, but you need to go. Now!"
I don't move.
We need to stop this from happening. If we leave, we can't do that.
"You can't stop it from happening. No one can stop it. The only thing we can stop now is your deaths. Go! Go!"
You're gonna have to excuse us. This sort of thing happens at least twice a week.
And she sort of freezes and turns her way back towards the passageway behind. You don't see anyone there or hear anything necessarily coming from it, but her face just sort of like goes past neutral and her eyes open wide and she turns back to the passage. "It's too late." She turns her head back to all of you, looking into your eyes. "He's here."
We would have met him coming up the passageway.
No. And all of a sudden, this rushing sound, like blizzard winds making their way down the earthen passage. You know, that sound. And her body immediately sort of like stiffens and contorts a little bit as she rises a foot into the air, seemingly racked with pain, and a wave of cold takes over all of you, chilled to the bone sort of instantly, as she just kind of floats. And as she comes back down, her feet again resting on the ground, she opens her eyes again, but they are not the starry field that you saw before. They are these horrible yellow eyes with the slitted pupils running from the very top to the very bottom, thin as daggers. And her body is sort of like mangled and contorted a little bit, and as she speaks, her mouth moves like a ventriloquist overemphasizing the speech of a puppet. And the voice that comes from her is not the one that you just heard.
Oh, really?
But something awful and harrowing that echoes through the underground chamber, and that you don't, it's a strange sensation, you don't hear it with your ears, you hear it in your mind. And it comes slowly and painfully and rasping.
The ones who fight. I see you.
And I'm gonna need everyone to roll.
Yes!
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. Initiatives, please, Alcyone.
16.
Kashak.
12.
Seren.
Dork tried to say Zwolf.
15.
And Surrie.
Put it back down.
24.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
I wonder who goes first.
Feel and 20.
Probably him.
Okay. To set the scene, at once, whoever that was stopped speaking. Felicity's head sort of jerks back, and her body begins to change. Long claws begin to grow out of her hands. Her teeth elongate into fangs, and a tail kind of bursts up out of the back of her long flowing dress. And she sort of writhes, tearing away at her own clothing until she's left in sort of just like kind of barbaric attire. And she throws her head back forward to you all, face like a mask of rage. And for half a second, she seems to snap back to herself. And she says, "I'm so sorry. And then the rage takes over again.
Don't worry, baby. We're gonna get you out of there.
Does this figure look anything remotely like the statue outside?
No, it does not.
All right, just kidding.
Remember Arena?
Yeah. Oh, that's what you were getting at?
Okay.
That's not what I was getting at.
No,
Oh,
I was getting
sorry.
her. She looks like you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
There's 2 tieflings here, but thank you.
Did you grow horns?
Yeah, but you're
by any
okay with
chance?
it.
I'm just wondering. I don't want to hurt her. I'm
Oh,
going to cast blur on myself.
All right. Anything else?
No.
Okay. It's her turn.
Oh shit.
She roars at all of you, her jaw sort of unhinging like a snake and the fangs coming to
There's
bear.
no need for that.
She rushes forward and then leaps with sort of animalistic vigor over the sarcophagus, coming to land at one of the tables, from which she grabs a couple of vials and chucks them at, well, it's gotta be one of you. Okay, it's gonna be over here. So Kashek and Seren. She tosses one of the vials, which smash at your feet, and those all too familiar at this point spores fill the air around you. I need both of you to give me a con save.
Me too, guys.
Yeah, me too, buddy.
Non-natural 20.
17.
That will be a save for both of you. Excellent. That's her turn. Alcyone.
Okay, great. Yeah, we're right here. Everyone's right here. We're having a great time. Firstly, I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to open with that, I suppose. Might as well. I'm going to look at her, this figure, and go, now, we don't really want to hurt you all that much. I understand the feeling's not mutual. And my eyes are going to go almost like the night sky, but with no stars in them at all. Inky black, as I cast Eye Bite on this being. A wisdom saving throw. For the first, to be sure.
That is going to be 22.
Succeeds. The spell still holds, but it does not take effect. I'm still concentrating on it, however.
Okay.
And I'm just sort of, yeah, you're not feeling very sick then. That's okay. Great. So I'm just going to sort of step back. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And, Surrie, be careful up there. I'll hide behind you. Just make sure you don't get turned into goo.
My favorite part about
Thank you,
Alcyone
sis.
is that she sounds like she hates her job. Every rhyme sounds like a pain.
It's certainly the least favorite part of her job. Like,
Anything
Do
else,
something
Alcyone?
else.
no, I love it. It's fun for me.
No, yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay.
It's the
Seren.
only way she figured out how to make it happen. was when she figures out how to make it come out through like a sun and it's over
Yeah.
for you hoes.
It's not a lot of time for sonnets.
A sonnet.
As I run up,
It's 6 seconds.
as I run up,
Very quickly.
Yeah.
I will say, "She's a child. Release her." And then obviously, if that doesn't happen, I'm just gonna punch her.
That does not happen.
That's gonna be 14 to hit the first one. Same for the second. 15 to hit.
No.
Okay. Well then, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
okay, that's fair.
flurry of blows. Less. Okay. 21.
Yes.
Okay, great. Takes a whopping.
Takes a whopping.
Takes a whopping 6 points of my fist, and she has to make a con save.
Okay. 17.
Makes it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, here I am.
Anything else, Seren?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, that brings us to Kashek.
Hey, Seren, how are you with dex saves?
Really good.
Yeah, fuck it. Kashek points his staff at the ground underneath the creature's feet. And a 20-foot by 20-foot cube of earth erupts underneath them both. They both need to make dex saves.
Okay. Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, I got some tables in that. We're gonna see how that goes.
Yep, okay.
Caitlin, this is your dice.
18.
22.
Okay, they both save, but they're both still gonna take damage. Sorry, Seren.
That's okay.
So what is this?
No, I
It's-
won't. I have.
What is the earth doing?
So it's erupting.
Okay, great.
I have evasion, so I will not take any damage
Good.
from the earth.
Because I wasn't going to do anything interesting that turn otherwise. They will both take half, except she won't. So, nice. The demon, whatever, will take 15 points of bludgeoning damage, and all of that ground is now rough terrain.
Okay. So the earth erupts beneath the feet of Seren, Felicity, and it also topples these tables. And all of these vials full of this neon green liquid go toppling down and shattering on the ground, drinking into the earth beneath. But I'm going to need all 4 of these people to make a con save.
Have fun up
Taylor,
there.
this is your dice again. A con save would be a natural 20, but that brings it to 22.
Okay?
16.
10.
Not.
Oh no, you're good. 16-10.
What did Felicity get?
Felicity probably doesn't have to make it.
You don't know.
No, she did.
Okay.
But she did. 16-10. Okay. Both of you breathe in the smoke and spores. Let's see what happens. Surrie,
That's me.
I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw. Freddy,
You can add the inspiration to that if you want.
I also need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
12.
17.
You're fine. My friend, you try to cover your face as you breathe in the spores, but they make their way inside, and as you kind of cast your eyes around the chamber, assessing the battle around you, all of a sudden, you just start to see red. And you get furious and angry. You are enraged, and you look to Alcyone.
No!
You must attack
This is
Alcyone.
the second time I've made you try to kill Ian. I didn't even do it on purpose this time.
Good thing nobody's next to you, man.
Okay, so...
On my turn.
Huzzah! You can make that save again at the end of your next turn.
Great.
And all next turn, subsequent turns.
Cool.
Anything else, Kashak?
Or is that enough for you?
Yeah, I'll cast Lily on my quarterstaff.
We're back to Surrie. You must attack Alcyone.
I sure will. Yeah, put me
Boop, boop, boop,
up
boop.
there, buddy.
Do I see just what does this look like? Her coming towards me.
Her face, is contorted into a face of pain and rage, and she just comes barreling towards you.
Sorry, that's not. Yeah, okay, all right. That's sure.
Just gonna yell.
Yep.
25.
Yeah.
It's alright. It's alright.
If there
I
wasn't a
don't get
crit.
sneak attacks.
Wouldn't you booming blade me?
Yeah, probably.
If you're angry, man, I mean,
Yeah, no, I would.
I don't know.
Ugh.
Oh wow. Okay, I don't know if I don't want to ask for
And we
that.
are actually going to say that there is a lingering cloud of those spores.
20
All right.
points of damage.
Points of damage?
Yes.
Oof.
I rolled really good on the booming blade. I'm
Oof.
sorry.
None of that was fire, I assume.
None of it was fire.
Okay.
Could have done green flame blade, but that would be stupid.
Just thunder and piercing.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's.
I mean, my dagger's magic, if that makes any difference.
It doesn't. But thank you. We're fine. I'm still up.
Sweet. Oh, and then I'll make the save. Is it a wisdom save?
Yes.
12.
Don't you
No,
have
you're
that
still in
inspiration left from...
I used it.
Oh,
On my last wisdom save, and I got the same results.
oops.
Yeah, still enraged. Okay, anything else? No, that's the end.
That's all I can do.
That is the Brisker's turn. And she's going to try and get out of this stuff, but she can just jump. So she will leap right here. So you can
I get
attack use if you want. You can do
Yeah, I
an
get an
opportunity tag.
Opportunistically.
Non-natural 20.
Yeesh.
Okay. Well
Bonus.
then, she takes 11 points of my fist and has to make another con save.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah, she makes it.
Okay. So she's going to leap over here, landing right behind you, Kashek, and she's going to snap out at you with her jaws. For a 21. Yes. Sorry.
the
sorry,
druid.
Sorry. Okay. Yes. So she snaps out at you with her jaws, and which will do 10 points of piercing damage. She's going to get And then she will also swipe at you with her long tail for 14.
Misses.
Great. That is her turn. We are back to Alcyone.
All right. Yeah. Oh, you're still blurry, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I didn't take any damage, did I? Sorry.
This was not really meant for you, but at least you're not an elf, and you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
I've been so good at them so far.
Well, yeah, this will be the time to succeed.
No, it won't. 8.
Great. You're asleep. You look into the eyes, and everything just goes black for a second, and that's all you know. And now, Surrie is sideways on the ground, having to sleep right
Oh
there.
yeah, you can put me down. Just careful of my tail.
That's the thing, I don't want to...
I know. You can put her on her face.
Yeah, I'll just do like... Great.
Just be careful.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna reach down and go, yeah, sleep tight there. And gonna move over here. Actually, you know what? Anywhere I move is gonna bring me closer to that thing.
Yep.
So I don't really feel inclined to go much closer to that thing. I'm going to shout. Can I see through this cloud of nonsense?
Yes.
I'm going to shout, Seren! I'm not the best when I'm trying to improvise. I hope that when you get out of that, you still have eyes.
Why wouldn't I have... Okay.
That's point. That is my turn. C'est fini.
Okay. That brings us to Seren. Seren, starting your turn in the cloud, I need you to make the Constitution save again.
6.
Rough. Okay, let's see.
Wow.
Oh, I lied.
Is that going to be enough?
Maybe.
I'm just... Okay.
11?
I'm sorry.
No. Thanks for the info.
Okay.
Yikes. So, you breathe in the choking spores, and as they enter your lungs and fill them, you feel your joints start to lock up as you fall over to the ground, paralyzed.
Okay.
You are unconscious if that makes any difference for things.
And you can make that save again at the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Kashek. Also, starting your turn in the spores, I need you to make the save again.
Man, fuck these spores.
10.
Rough.
Maybe it'll be nothing.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe it's not.
That's
Maybe
the
it'll just
bad
be
one.
Poison damage. Fuck.
So, Kashek, casting your eyes around the battle here, looking through the spores, even with Felicity's enraged form on you, you can't help but notice, coming down the passageway, stepping into the underground grotto here, it's a small child, withered skin wrapped around his tiny bones like a corpse, like a mummy. Sand falls out of his dusty hair as he makes his way through, and he looks at you dolefully, then his eyes turning to rage, and says, "Why did you let me die in the desert, Kashek? You said you'd help us. You said you'd keep us safe." And he pulls a small dagger out from behind him and raising it over his head, ice pick style, saying, "My whole family died because of you. I'll see you pay." And he's gonna run over and we'll take a swipe at you with his little dagger, and we'll crit.
Oh. This is going very well.
We should have left.
Yikes! Going poorly.
We should have listened.
For
have we
8
ever done
damage.
Oh, please.
You're right, but
Okay, but it is still your turn.
Do I also get to repeat the save at the end of my turn?
You can use your action to investigate it to see if you can see through it.
But I'm not charmed.
It's not a charm.
No.
No. So I'm completely lucid.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, I'm aware that what I'm seeing is not real, but
No,
it
to
No,
you it's
to
real.
you it's
To you it's
very
real.
real.
But I am aware that I ingested the spores and that it is affecting me in some way. That's what
That's
I'm
what you can use your action to try to discern.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll do that then.
Great, so that'll be a wisdom saving throw.
Nice. 19.
That does dispel the effect.
Nice.
The small boy vanishes before you. That was your action, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go over to Surrie. I'll take the opportunity attack.
Okay, and she will. that's a bummer.
Okay.
Okay, she's gonna bite with her jaws
I'll do that.
for 14 damage.
Okay.
Anything else? No. Okay, great. That brings us to her turn. And she is again gonna whoosh, leap, plop down right here. And she has advantage on dear sweet Surrie there.
Sure does. Sorry, bud.
Okay, here it comes. It's gonna rake out at you with her claws. That will connect with a 24. So she bites at you for 13 damage,
Well, you're awake.
Uh-huh.
and you're up. And then she swipes at you with her tail, but that will miss.
She's not enraged anymore, though, so if she's awake,
No,
right?
you're right. Yep, you're good.
Neat.
You are back to your clear senses.
Cool. I also didn't know that was going to work necessarily. I just hope it did.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like,
It's like,
Right,
that's usually how it works.
that's a reset
It was
button.
not a given.
Cool.
Go to sleep.
No, this is going poorly enough.
Turn it off.
That brings us to Alcyone.
Great. Good to have you back with us. You don't look insane.
What?
Look at that one, not me. Look at that one, not me. And speaking of that one, wisdom saving throw from the gal with the claws, please.
Yes, of course.
The gal with the claws.
None of us have claws right now.
23.
Fucking hell. All right, well then, fine. I'm getting a little frustrated. I'm gonna utter a word unintelligible to the ear, and a Constitution saving throw from this creature, please.
Yes.
A word of shock.
No, 14.
Oh, it's a failure!
Aha!
It worked for the first time. After uttering this unintelligible, incomprehensible word in an ancient language, this thing is now stunned. Then on my next turn.
Oh ho ho!
Yeah.
Which means
Nice.
everybody gets advantage.
She
Yes.
kind of
there we go.
seizes up. As the effect begins to take place, she tries to again roar out at you with rage, but she just locks up before she can get it all out.
If I may, you notice Asani's mouth move, but it just doesn't. There's no connection between anything you hear and what the mouth does, for some reason.
Cool.
What that mouth do.
Okay,
No one knows.
that's it. We're swinging back now.
We're
The
trying.
Momentum swing.
Trying to
We're
swing.
doing it.
Anything else outside?
That is it for me. That is it for
Seren.
me.
That's what Seren's thinking to herself while she can't move on the ground.
You are paralyzed.
We're swinging back.
I think all you can do is just try to make the save again.
I will try to make the save again.
Okay.
13? Okay.
You remain paralyzed.
Okay.
Kashek. You stand before a paralyzed Felicity.
Yeah, I will. I'll attack with Shillelagh. Fuck it.
Your advantage.
Yeah, you have advantage.
So that's 18.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the regular damage. Do I add anything?
Did you
Nope.
do that with advantage
just-
because she's stunned?
Yes.
It's a D8 plus your wisdom mod.
That will be 8 points of damage, and I will move to the edge of the cloud without stepping into it.
Okay, great. Anything else, Kashek?
Yeah, and in fact, I will throw a healing word to Alcyone, because that's a bonus action.
Thanks.
Great. That's a D4 plus your mod.
Yar. Yes. For 8 points of healing.
Nice.
Cheers. That's good. Thank you.
Okay, we are back to Surrie. Newly not so enraged.
Yay! I would have lost concentration going unconscious.
Yes.
Regrettably, yes.
That's fine. That's okay.
But you've got a stunned enemy in front of you. You know what that
sure
means, baby.
do. That means I get advantage, and that means I'm going to booming blade and attack.
Fire away.
Hell yeah.
Ooh! Uno mas, much better. 23.
Yes.
Yeah. What am I doing? There we go.
Fucking hell. I cast Fireball when you can be a rogue.
41.
Yeah,
points of
sure.
damage.
Oh, yeah. All right. Here's Surrie, everybody.
Stab.
41. Excellent.
Mhm.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
It is her turn, but she is stunned.
Shizbit.
That brings us to Alcyone.
Oh, great. Cool. Great. Neat. Yeah, I'm just going to move away 30 over here. And I'm going to, as I'm walking, launch a ray of frost at the stunned individual here. My racial abilities that I got from my dad. There you go, that is...
And your mom.
This particular one is from Dad.
That was nice
Yeah.
of them.
22.
Yes.
My parents didn't mean that for me.
Hyros is also of Livistus descent. $17 points of cold damage.
Excellent.
And her speed is lowered by 10.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Great.
But also she's no more stunned, so that's a fun thing for all of us.
Yeah, the stun comes off of her, and she's sort of like ferally on all fours, like gets onto all fours, whipping her head around like a cornered animal, and then gets back to her feet and roars.
Sorry, Surrie, if it helps, here's another one. Don't get clawed, or you'll be in ribbons. Oh, I should have thought of a better rhyme. Unlike Gibbons. So
Nailed
that's
it. Nailed it.
Thanks, Alcyone.
I watched you realize that was the worst possible thing to say.
This is mostly just for me. This is just...
Okay, that brings us back to Seren.
Okay. With the con save.
Come on, buddy.
For 14.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Kashek.
I'm going to cast Warding Wind. I'm going to become Aang for a second.
Awesome.
And I'm
Yeah.
going to walk in and pick Seren up,
Oh yeah.
which I believe is that would put her in my space. It's like the one way to do it.
Yeah.
Because she's being carried.
Do I take damage for coming into the wind's
No,
effect?
it does not damage anything.
Oh, cool,
It is
okay.
Warding Wind. It's mainly supposed to be used for like deflecting arrows and stuff like that. So it's not powerful enough to do damage. It is centered on myself.
It's very fun.
Oh, that rules. That's so good, Freddy.
Will you allow me to?
Yes, I
This
will.
is cheesing it, but can I fly to her, pick her up,
Yeah.
and fly out?
Yeah.
You are technically only at half movement when you're carrying somebody or moving somebody.
But
I
if
think
he's-
I can still do
you
that.
still
If
have.
he's
Yeah.
flying and he picks me up with his feet.
So if I was here
Mhm.
and I fly over, that is 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah.
And I have 50 feet, so that's 30 and then half. So then
So you're 15.
5, 10, 15. So, okay, I'll stay with her then.
But it will continue to push
Yeah,
it
while
away
you're
from
there.
you, so you're
Oh,
not
that's
in
true.
danger.
So yeah, I'll bring both of us
That's
to
dope.
the, to
Oh,
the
that's
outskirts.
that's so good. That's
It's like,
so good.
Let me
Yes.
see if I can do one thing right this entire combat.
There you go.
Oh, excellent. That's awesome. All right. Anything else, Kashek?
For what it's worth at home, I was hoping that I would render them useless. I thought they had a much lower range when they were thrown at us.
That's all good.
This is the from concentrate is here, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, yeah. I thought there were going to be like, 3 and she used the
Yeah.
first 2 and then it was like, oh, it's a batch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was all it was full of this stuff.
Yeah. This is where they're cooking.
Yeah. This is the cook
Yeah,
side.
I
This is
didn't
the
know how
camper
much
van.
they had prepared.
Sure. Anything else? Kashek?
That's it for me.
Awesome. Great turn. We're back to Surrie.
Yeah,
Constabulations.
stabbing with that booming blade, you know it.
Boomuliously does she blade. Sorry.
Ooh.
Hey, there you go.
Well, that makes it 23.
Yes.
13 points of damage that time.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Great. It is her turn again. She's back at it. She's just gonna turn to you, Surrie.
That's fair.
She's gonna bite at you
That's fair.
for a
It's not a vampire.
21.
Okay.
Yep. And that will do only 7 points of piercing damage.
Alright.
She can get back.
Maybe she's a little bit of a vampire.
She will what?
Maybe she's a little bit of a vampire.
And she will attack again with her tail.
Uh-oh.
That will hit as well for 13 points. Okay, Alcyone.
Great. Yeah, so I'm going to... Yeah, from over here is good. Have a look at this friend again, and the blackness of my eyes is going to pulse for a second. And another wisdom saving throw, please, from
Yes.
this creature.
19.
I wish you wouldn't.
Sorry.
Damn it. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I am low on inspiration, so I'm actually going to hold on to that one. Unless I'm going to speak another word of shock. Just kidding. Con save from this one again.
Here she comes. 21.
Yeah, that's all of them. Great. That's right. That's my turn. I'm going to actually just back up a scotch, and that's where I am right now.
Great.
That's it.
Anything else?
Nope.
Seren. Come on, you can do it.
All right. Oh, okay. 19.
Yes, you come out of the paralyzation. And you are not in the spores anymore, so you are good to go. Next round.
Next round.
Yeah.
Next turn.
How's that?
Kashek.
I will put Seren down, so I will put her down in a space that doesn't have spores in it.
Fun fact, you're both deafened.
Yes.
What?
What? So do you want to be here, I guess?
Sure.
Cool.
On top of the sarcophagi there.
Yeah, and I will move farther out. I will drop the spell. And I am going to cast... Well, I'm going to point my staff at the creature.
Mm-hmm.
And from the staff is going to burst a stream of locusts.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a silly string.
Now's not the
Does
time.
Kashek look like a gnome to you?
No.
This is pretty silly.
Don't tempt me.
My gnome alchemist has one of those though. It's just a can.
By the
Well,
way.
it blinds them.
Of course it
No,
is.
it's
I'm
just
going to do
annoying.
it so that it doesn't hit.
20-foot radius sphere. Which
That's fine. I can put it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
try to hit
20
just
foot.
her. Yeah.
Yeah, in the room it would have
Yeah, I can put it back here. It doesn't
Here?
have to
Alright,
fit
fair
perfectly.
enough,
It just
fair
means it won't go around the walls. Yes, I will do that. And con save.
Here it comes. That's not good. That is a 10.
Fails.
You see her vanish in a wall of insects in front of you.
That's going to be,
Yeah.
if I'm not much mistaken, 40 points of damage.
Ew.
No, sorry, no, 30 points of damage. Sorry, not max
Ah.
damage.
pretty good. Still pretty great.
32, I'm sorry. 32 points of damage.
Takes 32, my lord.
But yes, you hear a villainous humming coming from an obscuring cloud of locusts.
Anything else, my friend?
That'll do it for me right now.
Okay. So, in the midst of battle, you hear another strange voice echo through this underground chamber, different from the one that came out of Felicity's mouth. And in fact, weirdly familiar a little bit. But suddenly, you see Felicity stand upright and begin to move with unnatural haste.
Nobody sees it.
What?
Nobody sees that.
Sees what?
It actually obscures from view.
Oh, well, nobody sees that then.
Yeah.
But that is what's happening.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Okay, back to Surrie.
I can't see her.
Where does that voice come from?
It's echoing all around the chamber.
Cool, does it sound sinister and shitty?
Let me double check to make
Yes,
sure
it
it just
does.
doesn't
Great.
mean that you can't. It might actually just be that you
Did
can't
it
see
say
if you're
something or
inside.
just like?
It's some sort of incantation.
Sure.
Can any of us understand it?
Not you. Because you asked.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sounds it's familiar, but it's familiar in that way that's like maybe you recognize it from a past life, or it's something you heard as a child that you never don't cognizantly remember, but you can't make out the words.
Mm-hmm.
You said all of us. It sounds familiar to us, right?
Just Seren.
Oh, just Sarah. Great, neat.
The rest of you, it's just magical incantations.
Cool, that's
like
awful.
the black speech of Mordor.
Uh-oh.
Forgive me. It is lightly obscured, and it is also difficult terrain,
Okay,
so you can see it.
great.
Okay. Is it disadvantage?
No,
What? I can attack her then?
it's lightly obscured, so that's kind of DM's call.
Is it covered?
Nah.
It's not
like-
covered.
okay.
I just
Lightly obscured, 5e. What does that say? Nah, you're good to go.
Great.
yeah, it's
Boom,
not
blade.
more fun.
Disadvantage
bother
on
with
perception checks, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's something minor like
Yeah.
that.
Well, I know she's there.
You very much do.
Big old 12 to hit.
No,
Yeah, that's okay.
no, especially not now.
Ah.
I'm all out of inspiration. I'm sorry.
It's alright.
Anything else?
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna make you guys work for it.
Yeah.
It's her
Yeah.
turn.
It's fine. Oh.
She's gonna move out of the cloud of insects.
Uh,
Does she have any? Does it affect her again at the start of her turn?
It's the end of her turn, but it is rough terrain if it's gonna matter. I doubt it.
No,
But
she
yeah.
just has to move here. Wait, this is no longer right. It's like kind of this line here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
so.
just enough to get her.
Yeah.
Not sorry.
Sure. Okay, so she's gonna attack you again, Surrie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
With what?
Uh,
What's that number there?
28.
No,
Yeah,
you're right. You're good. You're right.
Not within shield range? No? Alright.
Oh, mama, for 13 damage
Alright.
as she bites and she's gonna.
I'm gonna hellish rebuke her.
Okay, what's that on her part?
A dex save. So.
Oh, she's better at those now.
We'll see.
19.
Yeah.
Still take you half damage.
Is it
3d10.
my spell save DC? What's the DC on that?
It is actually your charisma. It's a DC
That's worse.
save based off your charisma.
Ooh, that's worse.
It's
Yeah,
racial.
so 6. That's already halved.
Hellishly doth she rebuke.
She is rebuked. Anything else? Nope, that's her
That's her
turn.
turn.
Great.
reaction.
That brings us to Alcyone.
Ooh. When he has ideas, but then he thinks better of these ideas.
Pay no notion to the spores. We'll say that Kashek's wind,
Disperse them enough?
yeah, it's kind of pushed them up.
That's very generous of you because I also had gust of wind. And I was
Yeah,
like, I don't want
no,
to waste
no.
that.
We're vibing. I'm just all about the flow.
Yeah. Great, so I'm just going to scoot 10 feet closer here. Have a look at this one again. Once again, a flash of darkness. No wisdom saving throw, please. Because this spell lasts for an entire minute.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
25.
Oh. Yeah, that's fine.
Then no.
That succeeds. That's okay. I put someone to sleep already. It was one of my teammates.
And you stunned her.
But I did do that.
You got that one.
Yeah, I'm alright.
But I was attacking you, so.
That's okay. That's fine.
Oh gosh.
No.
This is a fun game.
It is. I
I'm
love
having
it.
a blast.
I am too. I don't look when I fail. That's part of the game, baby. I'll give a shit. Yeah, that's it for my turn. Actually, I'm donezo.
That brings us to Seren, who is
Yeah.
now finally ready to go again.
Time
Nice.
for a weapon.
Time to whack. Whack.
Oh yeah, good.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay,
What I was
good,
going to do
okay.
is going to be very stupid in that case.
Uh,
I was going to pull you away from that situation.
I'm fine.
9 points and another con save, because why not?
Hmm?
Oh my god, wait, no, not 9 points.
Okay, what?
Sorry,
Well,
14 points.
because
And
then
a
it
con
takes
save.
my magic.
14
shield,
points.
but-
Okay, great.
Mhm.
21.
Yeah, okay.
29.
Yeah, sorry.
Next one. 21.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So that's gonna be 11 more points.
Okay.
And another con save, why not?
Nice.
14.
Does not make it. So
Yeah!
Now she is stunned.
Nice.
She is stunned again.
She is stunned again. And so I am going to flurry my blows. 16.
No.
And 23.
Yes.
That's 6 more points of damage.
Anything else?
Oh, that's it.
Here we go. Kashek.
I'm going to fly over here.
Uh-huh.
I am going to brandish my quarterstaff. I'm going to cast Thorn Whip on her.
Yesh.
That is a spell attack.
Mm-hmm.
She's stunned.
22.
Oh, melee attacks.
Yes.
She's stunned.
Oh, she's stunned again. I missed that. So 22. And 11, so I'll take the 22.
Take the
Yeah, it has the texture of a cactus, but it is magically pliable.
Giddy
So it is going to wrap itself around one of her legs. She is going to take a whole d6 of damage.
3d6, my friend.
Oh, that's right. I'm
We're
high
level
level.
11.
Yeah.
Great, that's 5 points of piercing damage. She's going to pull 10 feet closer to me, and she's going to re-enter the plague, and needs to make a con save.
They make it when they enter as well?
Yep.
Nice.
When you enter, or when you end your turn there.
17?
Just makes it,
Whichever
unfortunately.
comes first, I'm sure.
Cool, so she makes it, but she still takes half damage. And that will be
You guys are heroes. This is heroic music.
11 points of piercing damage, as she is eaten alive by the locusts.
It's not even her fault.
That's what
Sounds
being a druid's
horrible.
about.
Oh.
Hazards
Yeah.
and then moving people through them.
Yep.
Anything else, my boy?
Yeah, fuck it. Who's hurt?
I haven't taken any
I'm
damage.
technically below full. She's more below full.
I will throw another healing word at Surrie.
Yeet.
D4 plus my wisdom.
Heal.
That will be 7 points of healing.
Yeah.
And I think that's everything for me.
Okay. So, we'll say the spores dispersed at this point. Blown away by Kashek's magical winds, because he's Avatarang.
Sure.
Appearing over here, suddenly, a small circle of light which expands into this large portal-like shimmering light. And stepping through it, a figure in cruel, twisted armor made to look like the rib cage of a skeleton. You recognize this figure. as one of the heralds.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Holding his long staff. It's here, let me pull up the picture really quick so you guys know.
Why are you so happy?
It's exciting! I love when horrible things happen. That's why I play this game.
He steps forward menacingly and plants his staff into the ground. And you see from up the roots above a tiny little spider winds its way down on his shoulder and scurries its way across his armor. And he looks out at you all and says, "The fly climbs to the top of the spider's web and thinks itself victorious. You will die here this day." And the portal sort of closes behind him.
Itchy thought.
And that's his turn for now, but he is
Oh my god.
one of the heralds.
Yeah, he is. Just
So
one
he
of
is
them.
over here. Okay, here we go. We're back to Surrie.
Heft.
Okay. Just for my own agonies, where has she been biting me?
Oh, let's say one was sort of like right here
Okay.
on the hawk, one on your shoulder, just anywhere she can find
Great,
purchase.
great, that's fine.
It was right in your traumatic childhood.
Or is it right in the dramatic vampire bites in my neck?
Uncomfortably close, we'll say.
It is.
Should we leave?
How are we gonna fix the plague?
No, you guys are doing great.
Yeah, there's bugs in the way.
They can not be in the way.
It's not a thought in my mind, so I'm gonna.
You can still see the girl, so she's only lightly scared.
Yeah. I mean, but I think what I have to do is turn around and shoot this motherfucker. Right?
I don't know, man.
I mean, we have two problems.
Follow your heart.
We have two problems, and one is probably a lot closer to not being a problem anymore.
Yeah.
Like, not
Which
to
is
go
probably
all...
why he kind of showed a bit up in the first
You know,
place.
you're
Yeah.
right. Oh, I don't
Not-
wanna
not to go all tactical
kill her,
RPG on this, but,
though.
like-
Well, I don't know if we get her. If we get her
Yeah,
down,
yeah.
then she might become an ally instead of an enemy.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Or
yeah.
at least be asleep.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And
You're
not
right.
biting us.
You're right. Can I
I'm
find
kidding.
booming blade? Okay.
On Felicity?
Yeah.
Boomulous.
To 26.
Yep. God, can you imagine?
Yeah, I can actually.
Can. Him, probably.
19 points of damage.
Okay.
Some of it's booming. That's it.
It is her turn.
Yeah, it is.
Does she take damage starting there? No, because she.
It's
when
she
you enter.
ends her turn there.
Mhm. So she's gonna move out. She's gonna move right here. Actually, she's gonna scurry up on top of the sarcophagi here and attack you.
She's good at scurrying.
Attack
Next to
you
Surrie.
again, Surrie, and she is
Makes sense. Okay.
hasted now. That'll hit with a 23
Mm-hmm.
for 10 damage. And then she's going to attack again with her tail, which will hit for more, for 7. And then she gets to attack again
Right.
with a non-nat 20.
Shield.
Yeah, that's what they're for. You got it.
Yeah, so she again thrusts forward to try and take a chomp out of you, but she bounces off of your shield. Alcyone.
Yeah, I don't like this.
You guys are doing great.
Yeah, I know. That's good. I'm gonna take a single step back. My eyes are going to revert to their usual golden sheen, dropping eye bite, and I'm going to look at this figure who has appeared, and I'm going to just take a moment and whisper a few words under my breath, and gather up some magical threads in the hand and cast telekinesis on this guy.
On the
herald.
Is that a spell?
It is.
What is it?
Telekinesis?
No. What's
Fifth
this?
level spell?
No. What's the save?
Oh god, sorry. He's got to do. It's not a save actually. It is. Sorry. It is a strength check. He has to make a strength check.
Okay.
He's a wizard. Maybe he's bad at those.
Maybe he's not.
He's also
You
wearing
don't know
full,
that he's a wizard.
he's
Yeah,
also
we don't know
wearing
what he
full
is.
plate armor, so.
He is.
Could be a
You
sorcerer.
reach out with your telekinetic tendrils, but as they begin to reach towards him, they sort of shatter, even coming in sort of proximity to him, and your spell fails. He counterspelled.
I counterspelled. Cool. Just good to know. Good to
Yep.
know. That's it for me. I'm gonna stand there. I'm not gonna move.
Okay.
Not gonna move at all.
Seren.
Okay, I'm going to hopefully tendrils begin to creep up his armor and cast Hunter's Mark upon him.
Sure.
Okay, and then
Herald.
the herald,
Mm.
yeah, and then I'm going to pass a hand over my ring and kind of twist it a little bit on my finger, and a moonbeam comes from. There is a hole up in the ceiling up here, right? Or not?
No.
I think that was
so.
mentioned.
No, you're underground.
Shit.
You
Oh, yeah.
You don't need one for Moonbeam.
I was gonna say.
Either way, I was gonna make some ambiance, but either way,
Yeah.
it just kind of lasers down upon him. To here, and he needs to make a constitutional saving throw.
14.
Well, he fails, so he takes all 4 points of radiant damage.
Hey man, everything counts. Anything else?
No. I'm gonna move.
Yeah,
thanks
thanks
for
for
getting
getting between that.
Describe him for me.
That.
Yes. So he's very tall, like over 6 feet tall, in this heavy armor, and his staff glimmers at the top like
So we can take this basically as truth.
roughly. For copyright reasons, it's not exactly
Yeah.
that. But
Luckily,
yeah,
the microphone won't pick up on it. But
yes, roughly, yes.
great. I'm finally going to cast a spell that I've had prepared since the first episode, and I haven't.
I
been
believe
able
in
to.
you.
Yeah. I'm going to cast heat metal
Yeah,
on
I
this
knew
guy.
Yeah!
Because we haven't fought anyone with a weapon yet.
Nope.
But I'm going to cast on his armor.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured.
In addition to what I just said, I'm going to cast it at 5th level because I can.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That just happens.
The first turn, yeah.
Cool. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5d8. Yes, and for what it is worth, like I said, I am casting it on his armor.
Mm-hmm.
So he will take 18 points of fire damage, and because he cannot drop the armor, he has disadvantage on his next attack.
Okay.
On
yes.
attack rolls and ability checks.
Yes.
Yeah, so
And-
you see this sort of skeletal armor instantly come to a bright heated sheen, and waves of heat rising off of it.
Yeah, so that, the insect plague dissipates,
Okay.
and I can make him make con saves subsequently to have this effect happen again, which I believe will still happen at 5th level.
The con save is to drop the object if it can. If it can't, yes. You
Cool.
can make the damage happen again as a bonus action.
Nice.
As long as you're concentrating on it.
Yep, that is my turn.
Okay. Excellent. It is now his turn.
Oh, we're awfully grouped up, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, spaghetti.
Yeah, you are.
No,
No,
Trevor.
just say it
I
out
just
loud.
look. It's a thing. When you notice it, you say it.
No, sometimes you keep it to yourself.
No, I don't.
And Trevor notices it anyway, but then it don't feel like it's your fault.
I'm okay with things being my fault.
That's why I didn't say that I used Booming Blade against you, but then you brought it up and I was like, yeah, she would have.
Look, man.
And
So-
I lived my truth.
His armor alights, and the heat is like radiating off of it, like an oven or a stove in your family home. But he doesn't even seem to react to the pain. He just plants his staff in the ground. He is going to cast.
Fuck you. I've got a bad feeling about this.
The answer is yes.
Yes. Yeah, even
But-
her.
What does he have disadvantage on right now? Attacks?
Attacks and ability checks, which this is not.
Yep. I need everyone to give me a Constitution saving.
That's
Uh,
exactly what I
yeah.
think it is, maybe. Oh,
Sure, it's
boy.
not Dex?
That's fully cocked.
Okay, hang on. Yes.
Not that 20?
Okay.
12.
It happens to me.
Okay.
7.
Yes. So that you're fine.
Oh.
The three of you, however, you will take half damage.
Uh-huh.
He sort of just moves with an air of uncaring, even as his own armor sears into his flesh. And he brings up his stave, whirling it through the air and leveling it at you. and this blast of cold radiates
Okay.
across all of you. So you will take half damage, Jan, but the rest of you will take 39 points of cold damage.
Oh, I would have if I didn't cast Absorb Elements, though.
Okay, great.
So you also take half.
Yes.
Huzzah!
And
How
I
you
get
looking,
cold
babe?
on my next.
Uncanny
melee attack?
dodge.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uncanny dodge.
Yeah.
So half of that, which is
Okay, great.
What did you say? 39?
39.
Sorry, 19, yeah.
Oh, she's gonna take it. Oh, she needs to make a save. She'll make it, but she's gonna take it too.
Nice.
Yeah, he attacks you, seemingly unbothered that he's also damaging poor Felicity.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Okay.
So Seren taking full damage, and everyone else.
You alright?
Way not to.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually,
You
I
were
am.
also at full health.
Actually, I was at full health. So
Okay,
I'm
great.
fine.
We're fine. We are back to Surrie. It's going great. It's going fine.
How's Mrs. Madam looking?
She looks pretty bad, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, her face keeps fluctuating between this contorted mask of rage and one of deep sorrow.
Okay.
yeah. I'm gonna attack her. I'm not gonna booming blade, and it's gonna be non-lethal if I can do that. 14.
To hit?
Yeah.
No.
Regrettable.
Then the other cool thing I can is that I'm gonna disengage. That's it.
Okay, great. It's her turn. She's gonna round on you, Seren.
Mm-hmm.
And she keeps like, it's so weird to watch. It's like a pantomime or play. She just keeps flipping back and forth between this, like, aggravated rage on her face and deep pain and sorrow. But she is gonna attack you. That is a 21
Mm-hmm.
for 9 points.
Mm-hmm.
And then she will strike at you with her tail, but that is only a 17.
Misses.
Okay. And she gets to attack again, but that will also miss. Alcyone.
Okay. Going to once again pull on the threads and attempt to cast telekinesis at this guy.
Okay.
Does he counterspell me again?
I don't know, does he?
See if it happens.
Yeah, I'm sorry, he does.
That's alright. Went for it again just to be sure. Great. Then I'm going to shuffle my way over here to this corner. That'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, great.
Hold it there.
Seren.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna punch her.
Okay. No.
A 16 hit?
No.
Okay. Her again. Less
Nope.
flurry of blows.
Yeah.
15 to hit.
No.
28.
Yes.
Okay.
No, sorry.
She's gonna take 9 points and make a con save.
13.
She's stunned,
She
which
is.
means I'm also gonna go over here.
She is.
I'll just
in
group it up
fact-
over here.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Koshek.
All of these are dispersed now?
Yeah, don't worry about the spores anymore. Your play was great.
Couple things. Thorn Whip.
Mm-hmm.
So that is an attack. Nat 20.
Nice. Yeah,
Very nice.
Yep.
So that is going to be 66, if I'm not much mistaken.
You are not.
Could have been better. 12, 14, 16. All right, 18 points of piercing damage. He's pulled 10 feet.
Okay.
He enters the moonbeam.
Oh, nice.
Maddie, how much is that?
It's a con save.
Combo breaker.
Oh, I'm not done. So he needs to make the con save.
Combo breaker. He will make that.
Okay.
17?
He still takes half.
He still takes half.
Neat.
Yeah. I love the synergy, y'all.
4. Well, it was still damage.
Everything counts.
Oh, yeah, that is all I can do. Damn it. I was going to try to hit him, but that would be an attack.
Great turn, though.
Damn, I was going to try to hit him and fucking release the cold damage. That's fine. Bonus action. I will create the heat metal damage again.
Okay.
So that is 5d8 again, and it just happens.
Yep.
That's dope.
Unless he can take off the armor.
Unless he can take off the armor, which I think is probably fused with him somehow.
You don't know.
You're right, I don't.
Just saying.
29 points of fire damage.
Ooh.
You'll love to see it.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Mamma mia. Well done. Okay, great.
And you know what? Fuck it. What was I, here? I think.
Yeah, you moved 30.
30? Great. That's my turn.
Okay, it is his turn.
Okay.
He, still unfazed by the searing metal and beams of moon coming down upon him, makes his way over here. He looks at you, Kashek, and to all of you.
I thought he might.
I don't know.
Kill the child, or not. It makes little difference.
Looking at you, Kashek.
We are inevitable.
Ooh, that sounds like
No.
a finger.
It's yours.
Uh-oh.
I need you to make a con save for me, my friend.
What if I did?
Uh-oh.
16.
Okay, here it comes.
Oh boy.
That's a lot of damage.
A warning for kids at home. This is what happens if you don't send your DM your backstory.
Okay, here it comes. So he
Here it comes. I don't like that.
Are inevitable.
Oh yeah, you gotta make a
and a
learning example.
singular ray of green light shoots forward from his finger. All of you watch as it shoots through, illuminating the walls of this underground tomb, and boom, impacting your friend Kashek right in the chest. You take, Kashek, 69 points of damage.
I think I'm okay.
It didn't kill you outright.
No, yeah.
Yeah, you're okay.
So I'm down.
Okay.
Down? Okay.
Yeah, I'm down.
So your his face momentarily illuminated by the greenish glow as it impacts into his chest. You're down?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, alright. And he falls to the ground, immobile. Whew, okay, here we go. Surrie, it's your turn.
Okay. Yeah, when that happens, I'm just gonna cry out. Shit.
I told you guys I was gonna make you work for it.
I'm gonna put my dagger away and I'm gonna shoot at him.
He's been counterspelling my spells.
12. Yeah. Oh, I lied. 11. Because I'm using my bow. So.
Ah, yikes. Okay,
11.
anything else, Surrie?
No!
For viewers at home, we all just started bopping. Okay, it is her turn, but she's stunned.
Yep, she's stunned.
Yep, so it's Alcyone's turn.
Cure
Cure
alright.
the child or don't, he said.
Fine. He's just gonna mess with me again, but I'm gonna come over here this time, and I'm going to spin my hand to the air, and they're going to blur in space, and I need both of them to make wisdom saving throws, please.
Aye, here we go.
As long as I'm not being counterspelled again.
Does she get disadvantage?
No, you're good.
Alright.
Because she's stunned?
Not on a wisdom save.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
So he...
Sure, he's gonna ace it.
Nope. He got a nat 1.
Yeah!
Then he's...
Wow. He was really focused on murdering Kashek.
That's understandable.
Was left open to your attack, so he's gonna fail.
Sucks to
Understandable.
suck,
And she... will... 19 will succeed.
Will succeed. Alright, then she is fine, but he is slowed for the
Okay.
duration of my spell.
Okay, great.
Oh,
So-
that means that he has to take a whole action, or a whole turn to try to cast one spell,
Spells might fuck up for him, yes. So, that is my action.
Awesome.
Hopefully that'll continue working. He does get to save against it at the end of every turn, but that's that. And that is my turn.
Okay. Seren.
I can actually tell you the full list of things that happened to him.
Yes, please do, actually.
-2 to AC and dex saves.
Okay.
Can't use reactions. On its turn, can either use an action or bonus action, not both.
Okay.
Regardless of abilities, it can only make one attack during its turn. And if it attempts to cast a spell, we'll go from there.
Great. Seren.
See, I ran all the way away from him, and now I kind of want to run up to him.
You can. You've got that monk speed.
Yeah, I will, but I'm not going to be able to run away.
No, you won't.
Nope. Okay. Well, here we go. I'm sure his AC's a billion.
Well, it's -2 now. For what it's worth.
Well, it's not 13? Yeah, okay. 16?
No.
Flurry of blows.
Yeah.
That's a really dumb idea. Yeah.
Why?
Okay, let's do it.
We're all in.
17.
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Yes, thanks to the slow.
Okay. Thanks to the slow, so that means he takes 2d6 because I hunter's marked him.
I'm getting you next round, by the way. Don't worry.
He takes 11 points of my fist.
He sure does.
Powerful.
Didn't expect that to be quite as loud, but okay.
And he has to make
Finger
a
of
con
death
save.
of your own.
Yes, he does.
17.
He makes it. And last one. That's nice. 26.
Yep.
So he takes another.
Woo!
Full damage! So he takes 17 points of my fist.
Ooh, mama.
And he has to make another con save.
17 again.
Yep.
But yeah, as you drive your fist, you can feel the metal of his armor collapsing under your fist. And you actually manage to stagger him back a little bit. And he looks back at you with a malice in the dark pits of his armor's eyes.
Okay, I'm still standing right here in front of him.
Kashek.
Yes.
Saving throw, please.
Oh, he'll do like a we'll meet again and then like leave if we get him too low.
Oh,
You
let's
know it.
kill
Well,
him.
yeah, obviously. I'm worried about him dying. I'm worried about me.
That's a fail.
Let's kill him.
Ooh, okay, that's one fail on Kashek.
I got you, buddy. I got you, buddy. Woo.
Back to Surrie.
Shoot at him again. Or attempt to... 13.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's her turn again. Oh, she's not feeling good. She again rights herself, getting up after being stunned, and at this point you see tears streaming down her face, but she just can't. She can't. She moves to you, Surrie, and is going to attack again.
I mean, if she had moved to me, I'd be dead.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of doing a spell right now.
But is going to attack you with a 25 for
No.
8 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
And a 23 for 11.
You gotta.
It won't make... It's not going to make a difference.
If you take 4 and then.
Does it not? Does it only do it for one attack?
Are you down?
This
Yeah,
is what I have left
Oh,
after
yeah,
that
you're right.
first
No, she
attack.
gets one
Right,
more.
right.
She gets one more.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Because of the haste.
So yes.
Oh! But with a 2, that's only 11. To hit.
The second one put me down.
Oh, you're down.
Yeah.
Oh, I misunderstood. Okay.
Yeah, I had 4 left after the first attack.
Okay then.
Yeah.
2 of you are down. Here we are again. It feels like Stride.
Here we are. We're back again.
Does she attack me a third time?
Yeah, she sure does.
Yeah.
But it misses because it's. Oh, but you get.
You didn't,
advantage.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll hit. Yikes.
There's automatically a crit.
Yikes.
I hate to be myself, but I am.
That's
Yeah.
2.
That's fair.
It's 2.
That's
Okay,
2.
okay, okay.
Don't worry, I got you. I got you.
Yikes.
I got you.
Okay, here we are. Alcyone.
Yeah. So what happens first, because we're not taking any... There we go. There it is. I look around at this shit show,
Ooh boy.
and I speak a word real quick, and all 4 of us, from Mass Healing Word,
Oh, baby.
Okay.
regain a tasty little 8 points of health.
Okay. All right.
so that's
Okay.
enough to everybody's awake.
Okay.
Everybody's awake.
Everyone's awake. Great. So you're both conscious. That's delicious.
Ooh, yee. Yikes.
Yeah, and while we're here, I am going to launch a little ray of frost at the gal over there.
Okay.
With my apologies. Those are attached to the ray of
Mhm.
frost.
No,
naturally
yes.
speaking.
Sorry.
18 to hit her.
I would hope so.
Yes.
She's been
Yes.
hasted though, so I never know.
Oh. No. Oh, with the haste. No.
Why do you keep saying things?
Because it's fair.
That's how the game works.
It's only fair.
Sorry.
I play fair, baby.
You gotta be this way.
That's it. All right, cool. That's fine. You're both not dying actively, so
Yeah,
I think
that's
that's
great.
a
It's
good
great.
turn.
Yeah.
Anything else? I'll sign
No,
you.
that's it. We're done. We're
Well done, Seren.
Okay. Bonk.
You're not wrong.
Whack.
Whack.
That's not gonna hit him. 16. He's
Yes.
still sub. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Great.
Yes.
Okay. He takes 12 points and
Okay.
needs to make a con save. God damn
Yes,
it.
he does.
I don't.
Fuck, 17.
Makes it.
Mm.
Again.
Flurry of blows. Why not?
Send it. Send it.
That's gonna be a 15 to hit.
Yep.
And an 18 to hit.
Wait, 15 hit?
A 15 hit?
A 15 hit?
Yes.
Oh.
So they both hit.
Because he slowed.
Oh,
Did it
okay.
not? Okay.
What does slow do to his AC? Is -2?
-2.
Yeah, so somebody hit him with a 17. Yeah, that's what I was remembering.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Oh.
So he takes from combined both of the first one.
I thought that was.
Yeah, I do.
Math is so hard. 14,
Okay.
and then don't like the chuckle.
Yeah, I was like that giggle.
And make a con save. Why not?
I did until you chuckled like that just now.
14?
He fails.
Ew!
So I'm gonna roll that second one with advantage just
Did
to
you
see. Well, that
move?
hits no matter what,
To
but
move
it's
it.
not a crit.
Yeah.
So he still takes another 14 points, and he is stunned. Which
sure is.
means I'm gonna hightail it out of there. 9, 10,
Whoosh.
15, 20, 25, 30, and go right there.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Excellent. Kashak.
One moment. I know what I'm doing. I just want to know what I need to do.
Back up with 8 hit points.
Oh, yeah.
Really feeling it.
I'm really feeling it!
Oh, that is unfortunate.
What?
Actually, I might still be able to make that work.
Did I go somewhere?
Careful.
No, you're good, actually.
No one's near him. You do what you wanted, man.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I should probably, since I took all that fuck all damage, I took,
You took 39.
which means I have to make
19.
19, which I'm not going to do. So Moonbeam actually dissipated, but that's okay because it did what it needed to do.
Yes, Kashak.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself at 4th level, because if I go down, we're fucked. Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. It's his turn. The Herald's turn.
He's stunned.
He is stunned.
He is stunned.
You're right.
He's definitely slowed,
He
too.
is stunned and slowed. It's Surrey's turn.
Whoa.
Non-lethal. Just non-lethal. Go on.
I know. Yeah. Can I choose not to do sneak attack? Like.
Well, if it's not lethal, it just puts her down.
Yeah, I guess.
Unless Trevor says otherwise, because he's got
You
it.
won't be able to kill her outright.
Maybe.
I guess. All right, I'm gonna look at Felicity and I'm gonna say I really don't want to do this, and I'm gonna attack her.
Mhm.
No spells, just my
Her
dagger.
fangs are bared, but tears are streaming down her face.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Advantageously.
Mm-hmm. 20.
Yep.
28.
28.
And live.
How does it happen unlethally?
Not lethally.
I'm sad. Yeah, I'll flip my dagger around and just hit her like here.
Like back of the neck?
Uh huh.
Yeah.
With the pommel.
As you do so, her eyes kind of roll back in her head, and as they do, the horrible yellow eyes dissipate, and again you see just the twinkling of stars as her lids begin to close and she collapses onto the ground, unmoving. Anything else?
Can I sort of push her behind me and stand like in front of her? You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
her right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Standing in defiance before her to the herald. Yeah, excellent.
And I'll put my dagger away if I can, so I can try to shoot him next time if it comes to that.
Okay, great. Anything
it.
else?
That's it.
Okay, so that would bring us to her, but she's down. Alcyone.
I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to toss another mass healing word out.
Excellent.
And I'm going to actually catch all 5 of us now, including
you.
her.
Ah.
So...
Okay.
That is going... Well, I mean, you know, if it decides to come back and possess her again, that's going to suck, but still.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll help. Another 8 points of healing to everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then I'm going to launch a ray of frost at the man.
Okay.
He is still stunned, I believe, correct?
Yes, he is.
So you have not had your turn, so advantageously.
He's still slowed.
He is.
Keep track of.
It is a lot to keep track of, I apologize. Ah, shitting fuck. 14.
No.
Fucking shit.
It goes wide.
Dicking at balls.
It's all good.
Alright.
You did what you needed to.
I did. That's it. That's the turn.
Okay. Seren.
Gonna run up here while I still have advantage on him. We're gonna punch him oncely, which is gonna miss probably. Oh wait, 16.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Takes 10 points of my fist.
Mm-hmm.
Then number 2 is a natural 20.
Nice.
So I roll all dice twice.
Just roll the dice twice. Yes.
20 points.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Then I'm gonna flurry of
You
blows.
sure will.
That's gonna be a 21 to hit.
Yes.
He takes 10 more points.
Mm-hmm.
Last one. 24.
Ooh, yes.
Nice.
And he takes 12 more points of my fist.
Okay.
Nice.
And then I am going to run back here. He can take his opportunity attack. I'm gonna pop back here.
He will take that attack to strike out at you.
He cannot take reactions because of slow.
Nope, he can't. Never mind. You're good.
Oh, then
Well
how
done.
did you do that? Thank you.
There you go.
Means he's no longer stunned, but he. How's he looking?
Not great.
Slow.
Very
Slower.
slow.
Slower. Okay. That's my whole turn.
Okay. Kashak.
Good morning, sunshine. Sunbeam.
27 points of healing.
Ooh, Mamma mia.
Yes.
Thanks, buddy.
That's my turn.
Is that everything, Kashak? Okay.
I'll cast Shillelagh again.
It's his turn. What happens when he wants to cast a spell?
If it's got the casting time of one action, he must roll a d20. Or I roll a d20, I'll roll a d20. Doesn't one of us has to. I'll do it if that's
Sure.
fine. On an 11 or higher, the spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn. And the creature must use its action on that turn to complete the spell. So on a 10 or lower, it happens as per usual. It is a 16.
So nothing happens?
So it does not take effect until its next turn, and it has to use its action next turn to do so.
Okay.
If it can't, the spell is wasted.
Okay. So he goes to take the spell, moves as if through gelatin. Back to you, Surrie.
We gotta kill him right now.
Take a shot.
Cool. Kill him. Oh, no, that
Okay, I was
that
like,
was-
what the fuck
no.
does he want me to do?
Do that.
20.
Yep.
30.
Yeah.
That's 6 points of damage.
6.
Yeah, buddy. No sneak attack.
Okay. Anything else? Assign.
All right. Yeah. So we're just going to continue doing things that make a whole lot of sense to do. Boy, we're just burning through these, aren't we? Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna just launch another rare frost at the guy. I guess we're just doing that today.
Send it, baby.
We're doing it. Bard can have attack spells that just don't hit sometimes. Nope, you go back in the hole. I get that. That happens. Another 14. That's a no-go.
No. So close.
Yeah. Is anyone else in dire need of healing still?
I'm okay.
Kashek? No?
Define dire. No.
Is one hit going to put you down?
No.
Okay, great. Then
Well, we don't know.
Depends on what he does.
a tasty 4th level healing word for you then.
I
So
don't know how many power words he's got in him.
that's true. So 2 plus 2 plus 4 is 8, and then one more is 1, 9 plus 5, 14 points of healing to you.
Excellent.
That cone of cold or whatever was not anything to sneeze at.
No, and I'm sure he might be able to do that again, maybe, which we don't want to have happen again to us now. That's my turn.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I was agreeing with you fully.
Okay. Anything else assigning?
Nope, that's it. We're done.
Okay. Seren.
Oh god, I gotta end it right now. Do that again.
Very close.
Give him a good weapon.
18.
Yep.
Okay. 9 points.
Okay.
More than that.
Yeah.
Yep, 22. Fuck! 8 points.
Okay.
Flurry of blows. I can't!
You got that
Do
one.
one
Got
more.
that one.
I got a good one.
That's
It's not one.
No!
Which is
Okay.
still a 10.
No.
Okay.
No, that one always misses.
Only on attacks when that one's bad.
Then I'm gonna pop back here. He's gonna take his opportunity.
No, he can't.
No, he
Oh,
can't.
he can't. Then I'm gonna pop back there.
Slow.
Slow so good, bro.
Pop back there, actually.
When it works.
Anything else?
I used my bonus action already.
Kashek.
Yeah, fuck it. Cast heat metal again.
Hey man, if it ain't broke,
Okay.
burn it.
4th level, because why not?
So he has to make a save?
Nope.
No.
Nah, he doesn't.
On subsequent turns, you can make a con save to resist dropping the thing he's holding, but
I will once again cast
Can't
one
drop
on
his
armor.
armor.
yeah.
So that's 48.
Yard.
19 points of fire damage.
Hey man.
Wow.
And he has disadvantage on his next attack and ability check. Or all, rather.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's it happen?
Yes!
So he's rather icy. Let's make him not that.
Mm-hmm.
It burns him from within. Or rather,
Wow.
Outside in?
yeah, it kind of bronze bulls him, yeah.
I'm thinking like General Grievous like exploding a little bit
Or
stuff.
that.
A little bit.
How many hit points did he have left, Trevor?
Well, now it's not.
No, it's none. Wow. Okay.
You sound disappointed.
No. I just really didn't see this coming. You got him. He looks as if he's about to finish casting his spell that perhaps would allow him to escape from this particular scenario. But because of the slow and the massive amounts of damage, his armor again seizes and heats up, waves of heat rolling off of him, and he this time seems very affected by the damage. And you can see him twist and contort and sort of seize as the heat sears into his whatever flesh may be below the armor. But he looks back at you all and says,
Revel in this while you may. You've done nothing to stop the tide. We are inevitable.
and collapses to the ground, heat flowing off of his armor, obscuring the very air around him. And as he falls to the ground, it sort of falling into the stream that leads out of the passage, and steam bursts up around him in a fog cloud as it clears.
Ray of Frost.
You see the body of one of the heralds.
Well, I run over to this little girl. Can I check and see if she's breathing?
Yeah.
She has 8 hit points.
Yes, she does. Yeah.
Send a
So
comfort.
she is actually up. She's not making saves, but the stress
Yeah.
was too much on her, so she's out, but up.
I kind of have her, like, checking her, making sure she's not actively dying. I just kind of, like, scoop her up. Should we just sort of wait on her, or...
Maybe put her down somewhere. I would like to go check on this beast.
Checking for what?
I would like to investigate this body, whatever the hell is going on here.
So as you move towards it, the armor is still steaming a little bit, especially laying in the trickle of spring that runs beneath it. Steam and heat is still coming off of the armor, but what would you like to do?
If it's still too hot to touch, I am going to actually Ray of Frost it a little bit. just
Sure,
to cool
yeah,
off.
you do so. Cool it down a little
Yeah.
bit. The metal of its armor turns this kind of much more rusty black color as you cool it down.
Yeah, I'm going to remove it from the stream, if I can.
Yeah, you do so.
And I'm going to grab the staff first and set it down by my side, assuming it's still intact.
It is.
And I'm just going to, not like autopsy. I want to see what this thing is. Is there anything under? Can I reach through the armor? Can I remove the
So
helmet?
it's just like a
Anything.
plate of armor. You can try to remove the helmet
Yeah.
if you want.
I'm going to try to.
Wow, this is awesome. No, this is one of those great moments. Like, this isn't how I saw it going, but I'm really glad that it did. You remove the helmet. And underneath, the face is burned still pretty badly. But spending the amount of time you have with Seren now, it's unmistakably a drow.
All right.
A woman, actually. Her last moments were contorted in pain, but now she seems released, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. Taking note of that, I am going to do a full check for any either pockets, pouches, anything else she had on her person, including the staff. I'm not assuming anything's going to
Nothing
be
else
there.
on her person, but the staff still thrums with power.
I will grab that.
You do so.
Did Seren see the spider crawl down and into?
Yeah. You can examine, but if you want.
I will put the child down then. cross over here. I take a second. Do the features, like, burned
Mm-hmm.
beyond, like, any recognition?
Not recognition. Still recognizably one of your race.
But I couldn't make out, like, distinct, like, eye, nose, mouth shape.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Too badly singed from the heated metal.
Nothing else on her apart from the staff. Which I am not going to leave here.
Just get up and go back here. Kind of pick the child up again.
I'm going to take a moment and, as an action, cast Detect Magic and see if, apart from the staff, anything's giving off any magical energy in 30 feet around me.
The staff radiates with magical energy, but no, the armor does not.
Nothing else around
Some
the
of the like sort of faint traces still coming off some of the the glass vials and stuff.
But the vibes I would have gotten from the itself.
Yeah, it's sort of dissipating.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah, I'm going to put the body on the side of the little stream here and just sort of prop it up, sitting against the wall there.
Okay, you do so.
You alright?
Fine. Though, sure this went about as well as it could have, but there are 2 more of those.
Yeah.
Don't imagine we'll be underestimated again.
No, I don't think they'll make that mistake.
What should we do about this right now? And I gestured to the alchemy.
I mean, all of the vials are smashed at this point. Like the tables got upended by Kashek's erupting earth, and so the last of the spores are sort of just dissipating into the air.
Is it still, like, dripping into the stream?
No, all of that equipment got upended.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So currently nothing's flowing into the stream, it's just running past.
Mm-hmm.
So it may take a moment, but the poison will no longer be affecting creatures and plants going forward. If this was indeed that.
If it can't reproduce on its own.
I don't think so. And Kachek did a decent job dissipating it fully.
Are you alright? Fair enough.
Sure, it's not the first time.
You would think.
We should get her somewhere less like this.
Yes.
I turn and I leave.
You have the girl. I have the staff with me. And I'll follow as well.
Making your way back above ground. Yeah, so you leave this tomb, as it were. You come back out, the clear night sky above you, the fresh air is a godsend now, having been underground and wrapped up in all that business. But you emerge back again.
Take her.
I turn around and I go back.
And I go back over to this body.
Okay.
And I just kind of play with, like, the hem of my cloak for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And I just speak our, like, prayer for when, like, one of our order passed.
Mm.
And kind of, like, invoke my heavenly way.
Yeah, you do so.
Get up and leave.
So we're out in the graveyard, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the night air, cool and refreshing and sort of invigorating now after having gone through all that.
For a couple minutes, I kind of just, like, re-emerge.
Why did you stay behind?
Didn't know her. And she was doing terrible things, but it's unwise to leave a soul on this side of the veil without at least asking someone to give it safe passage.
But you admit you do not know her.
No, I don't.
She probably did horrible things.
It's true.
I was surprised that you are not someone who does horrible things when I first saw you.
Get that a lot. I just
take the kid back.
Why don't you lay her on the hill here, sort of at an incline. See if we can rouse her.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, so you sort of prop her up against the side of the mound coming out of the earth and sort of like laying peacefully with the grass kind of folding up around her. You can see that she's still breathing, and after a few moments she just sort of like, and her eyes begin to open again, and you again see those starry fields beneath as she looks around at you all. What happened? Who are you?
We're friends. You were set upon by some spirit, and we did our best to drive it away from you.
Friends? I don't have any friends anymore.
You've got 4 now.
I've only my savior. He kept me safe. Showed me how to do all this. What have I done?
Are her features, have they reverted entirely?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Your savior wouldn't happen to possess yellow eyes.
Yes. And a great commanding voice. And an awful presence.
Yes. Your savior unkindly used you for their own purposes to attempt to harm us.
But he saved me when those people in the village tried to murder me.
He may have done,
It was unfair of them to do so.
but saviors do not always have the best intentions. They often save one to use them for their own purposes.
He was, for all his benevolence, he was cold and cruel. He promised me great knowledge, but in the end, he just made me do harm.
Some of that's been mitigated now, I think. Though I'm sure you'll be unhappy with us. The workings you had set up in there have been upended.
It's strange. It's as if my life, for weeks now, it's as if I've been dreaming it. Ever since the fire, Gosh, his voice, I can still hear it echo in my head. I can still hear his name.
Can you tell us what it was?
That may not be the best idea.
Oh.
Unless you wish to.
His name is Vonnegut.
Can't promise that he won't be a trouble on this land anymore. But at least for the time being, I don't believe he'll trouble you anymore.
He saw you.
He saw us.
He saw all of you through me. I
seen
think
us.
I've killed you.
He's seen us before.
He has 3 who go before him. Heralds.
He has 2 who go before him.
Yes. One of them appeared and we overcame them somehow.
Overcame the one with the staff.
Yes. Have you seen them before?
Yes, they were the one that showed me the deep magics, the one to make the poison for the river.
Deep magics.
Aye.
You've been through a lot. You're Felicity.
And she sort of screws up her face for a minute as if trying to recall. Yes, I think that was my name once. It's all so strange. My head feels as a cloud.
I think your sister might be looking for you.
My sister? Did you meet her?
She had us read her a story.
Goodness gracious, and no one to look after her.
We looked after her for at least a little bit.
She pointed us in your direction.
She was safe when we left her.
You'll forgive me, I'm not quite myself, but
It's a lot.
I think that I've done something terrible.
These things happen.
I won't say that you haven't.
I only wanted to help them.
They did terrible things as well. Doesn't make any of them right or wrong. It just means things happened.
I'm sorry, I never should have come to this place. Everyone told me I had an unhealthy and curious infatuation with the mortal realm, and I just should have listened. I never should have come here. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna take her and attempt to hold her close if she'll allow me to.
Persuasion.
Alright.
An advantage.
25.
You sort of move closer to her, and at first she sort of recoils, like an animal that's been stricken.
I'm just hold my hand out first.
Yeah, she sort of untenses and then just kind of falls into you, and begins to weep softly and quietly into your chest.
You've been through far too much.
I'm sorry. He made me do these things.
I know.
I never wanted to hurt anybody. I just wanted to help.
All you wanted was to help. You tried to show them the best way. And some of them were cruel and horrible to you and did unspeakable things.
They don't know what they do. It's not their fault. I shouldn't have tried to hurt them.
No. You did only right. You cannot blame yourself. You were taken advantage of twicely.
And she just kind of melts
Yeah.
into you.
This does solve the plague problem, but we do still have the father.
Yes. Although, I believe I mentioned this before, but not that one will solve the other, but without a plague, the need for Father Cochrane diminishes.
Without proof, he's just solved their problem and cemented his power.
Yes.
And of course, if we ride on in, brandishing that staff and tell them what really happened, we've taken away their leader.
I don't mind taking away their leader.
I wouldn't mind taking him on when I feel a bit more rested. Anyway.
Hardly not tonight. I think we should try to find this one sister if we can, and perhaps, if this place is safe, perhaps here is what we call home for tonight, or if not, then just outside with the horses.
Felicity.
She sort of like peeks up at you between Alcyone's arms with one of her big starry eyes.
Get down like the way you do when you're talking to a little kid.
Sure.
Do you have any idea where your sister might be?
I don't know. She'd be somewhere in the forest or gone back to the Fey Wilds. I can't say for sure.
Will you come with us for a while while we look for her?
And she sort of looks at you all appraisingly.
Yes, I think I should like that.
And go back the way we came.
Are we going to try and rest here or leave the woods?
Are we technically still in Feywild?
No, so you're in the Gloomweald still.
Yeah.
It's like
Which is sort of
touched.
like, yeah, it's touched. It's, the veil is thin.
Good
It's
for
heading
her.
back into the forests.
Yeah.
Okay.
How did you meet Doric?
Me? It's sort of a long story. I met Alcyone's father first, and then he wouldn't really let me travel by myself, although I did tell him a number of times that Then we found Surrie, and then Doric started tagging along. It's just the sort of work we were doing before.
So you were never a business associate of his?
I think that depends on the sort of business you mean.
Souls?
What?
I suppose not then.
No. Doric and I we were all sort of grouping up to do odd jobs while all of us pursued our own separate goals, I think. And then we, as a group, sort of ended up in Barovia, and we were stuck there for a while, and while we worked there to get out, I think we have the same boss.
How long did you know him before you traveled through the mist?
A month or two.
Oh. Never mind. You met him during his monastery days.
Yes, he met me just after mine.
I see. How much has he told you?
This is more.
He's not chuckling, I know.
No, yeah. I can honestly tell you this is a longer conversation than he and I ever had. With
That
one
makes
exception.
sense. Would you call him a friend?
Regrettably.
Is this to all of us? or just-
Begrudgingly.
Is this to all
He's
of us
not
or
trying
just
to
Seren?
whisper,
Sure,
but like
sure.
he's directly talking to Seren.
Yeah.
He has healed me when I've been wounded. He has told me some difficult truths about myself. And he has also acted in ways towards people I care about that I might not have done myself. But many people do that, and I can hardly hold that against him.
But you say this in a warm fashion.
Lukewarm.
At the very least, he seems to be holding to his new path. Forgive me for intruding.
It was enlightening, thank you.
So just making your way sort of back into the forest along that path.
Same path.
Yeah. Yeah, so as you move back underneath the boughs and the darkness sort of starts to close in around you again, Felicity sort of looks around at the looming darkness and says, you all must have figured out my favorite flowers then.
Are they roses?
'Twas an excellent puzzle.
You're too kind. And she sort of waves a hand, and the darkness dispels around you, and all of a sudden it's just a clear, straight path.
That certainly makes things easier.
You make your way along the path. After a time, sort of emerge back into the plains surrounding the Gloomweald. You see, in some ways in the distance, your horses sat just where you left them.
Oh, yeah, Weird Horse is in charge. Look at him.
How was the baby?
The baby sat right up on top of Weird Horse as if you were riding him into battle. He's got his little legs over either side, and as he sees you all
So
emerge from
chubby.
the forest, he throws up his big old hands up over his head.
Oh my god, don't fall. Run.
Time is it?
It's late at night, probably at this point, probably approaching the small hours of the morning.
We should just camp here at the edge of the forest.
I don't run. I not misty step. I shadow step. Like once I'm within 60 feet, I shadow step up to the horse and I just scoop him. Just goes right here.
And he puts his little hands on either side of your face like he likes to do, and nuzzles his little beak into your chin.
If you're comfortable waiting with us, maybe your sister can find us here.
Sure. I owe you my life, I suppose. I'll do anything you ask.
That won't be necessary. We'll be eventually going back into the town, and that's probably not a place where you want to be.
I wouldn't ask you to do that anyway.
Back to the town. You must be wary. That monster that dwells there, he's got a blackness and a hate at the core of him.
We are perhaps as wary as we could be on our first time through, and still that was not wary enough. We understand.
For whatever it's worth, if he still lives, the mayor of that place, the real one, there's a good heart in him. And should he take power back, I believe he could restore it back to the town.
Paisley.
He sent us after you.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
He was the one that welcomed me there in the first. I hope he doesn't blame him too much for what happened to me.
He felt a great deal of guilt, and he believed that, well,
Sending us after you was the
I
only
hope
way
he's
to-
well.
He's a good one. I taught him a few things. To hear the call of nature here and there.
I think he might have listened to you.
This is good news. If you'll forgive me, I feel I must rest.
That's a good idea. I think we all should.
I haven't let go of little guy.
Bit of a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the middle watch, if that's all right.
I can take the first one.
I'll take last.
Unless you have anything during this time.
Please, it's up to y'all.
During my watch, I'd just like to check and see if everyone's still asleep.
You took middle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who took first? So the first one goes quietly. You relieve Surrie, who goes to get a little shut-eye.
Get some rest of the sister.
He
My
wasn't,
heart! I wasn't ready!
he wasn't expecting that. I saw him.
Oh!
I've just been kind of sitting and just like absentmindedly rubbing where I was bit and over my neck, and
Sure.
you know the wounds are closed and everything, but it's just sort of
The spot is becoming all too familiar
Yeah.
to enemies, it seems.
yeah, it's just sort of like an unconscious thing.
Yeah, during my watch, I'm going to check and make sure everyone's asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go back into the forest.
Okay. Yeah, back through that sort of entrance, for lack of a better word. Yeah.
Am I confronted by the puzzle again, or...?
No, not at this point.
Alright. I'm going to try and get back to the clearing in the middle.
Yeah, you do so.
It says not very big of a forest, so...
No, it's not.
Okay.
Geographically, it is not. Planarly, that's another. It's still sort of just a straight path that Felicity opened for you. So yeah, you make your way back without too much trouble.
Great. Is the door to the mound still open?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's still the big stone slab lies in the dirt, fallen over in front of the statue where you left it.
Okay. I'm going to make my way down into there again.
Yeah, you do. The wreckage of your battle, not a few hours ago, still strewn about.
The body of the herald still there?
Yeah.
I'm going to go up to it, propped up as it is against the wall there, kneel before it, and take just an action, I guess, and cast Speak with Dead.
Okay. What is that like?
I do pull out a little bit of incense for it, and I do set it alight with a little bit of flint. I have that and place it. Hold that in one hand, and the other just sort of hold it over the face and close my eyes for a moment. And yeah, I imagine that there's just sort of a blue glow when I open my eyes, and that same blue glow would be echoed in the eyes of...
Yeah. So the corpse sits slumped against the wall, and as you open your eyes again, it sort of jerks with sort of strange mobility. And it sort of like jerks its head around again, like a puppet being manipulated, and then levies its blue glowing eyes upon you.
How long have you served Vonikan?
My life, I was born for his service, though I knew it not.
Are all servants of Vonikan of your race?
We resisted, but were brought to his sway.
Is Vonikan the one who granted you your powers of magics?
He taught me much of the mind.
Where can we find Vonikan?
You must look in the dark places. Or if not, he will find you. No worries on that.
Where are your other two heralds?
They go where they are needed to do his will.
That's enough.
And it falls back limp.
Just take a moment, drop the incense stand, and make my way back out of the forest.
You do so.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you for indulging me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Absolutely.
Wondering when I could use
That's juicy.
that. Yeah. So I would have been able to easily go and go back within a 2-hour watch.
I think so, yeah.
Well under. Okay, cool.
You left us alone.
Yeah.
She said, "Yep."
I like how you're surprised by that.
Then if I have any time left in the watch, I would like to ritually cast Identify on this staff.
Yes, you may. Yes, of course. It is a staff of power.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't planning on you ending up with it, but here we are.
If it shatters in my hands, then I guess it does that. That's the Witch King did that. That's fine. Can I?
No, but it is a staff of power.
Can I even attune to that?
No, you cannot. Sorcerer, warlock, wizard.
Yeah.
Oh, so none of you can. All right, I'm fine.
Great. So I identified that. I will keep it on me, on my person. Yeah, and I will pass the rest of the watch doing actual watching.
Nothing comes of it.
Great. That's it.
I take my whole watch, little man, upon my lap.
And as it seems like my watch is about to end and everyone's gonna be waking up,
I go over to Surrie. I'm just gonna sit next to her. I'm just gonna put a hand, like, on her hand or something while she's asleep. And, like, very gently try to wake her up. And I'm just, like, running.
I hug you.
I felt for her. She did terrible things, and I still felt this kinship with her.
Not Felicity.
Her too, a bit, I suppose. No, not her. Everything Dwarf said about where I come from. I just don't wonder if maybe that's why these sorts of things keep happening around me.
I don't think it's your fault.
No, but
I think we'd just rather keep finding ourselves caught up in things. Hugging you the whole time.
it's so strange. It's like I'm angry with her, but not because she hurt us, a little bit because she hurt you, and if she just hadn't done that, maybe I could have asked her something. We had to kill her.
Maybe there will be other chances. Hope so.
It's just lonely, that's all. And I'm just kind of into your shoulder.
Oh.
You know I'm always here for you.
Thank you.
Just a little kiss on your temple.
And just wait for everybody else to get up.
And the baby kind of pokes his little head up with his little tiny baby beak. He sort of like nibbles at your chin a little bit.
Does that count? 2? Twice?
Sure.
Should be so lucky.
give her some scratches. Where's Felicity?
So as your watch sort of comes to end and the sun begins to crest over the horizon, and the earth is illuminated by the morning light, you all kind of look over at where Felicity was sleeping peacefully, and as you do so, you see she is sat with a book in her hands next to a familiar tiny little figure.
Okay.
As you all sort of rise with the morning, she's reading a story to her little sister. And she sort of looks up at you with her big eyes full of stars and says, "Good morning, my friends."
Morning.
And let's call it there, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably good. That's probably good.
Wow, that was amazing, guys.
Oh, God.